Why'd I even come, man?
Oh, I don't recommend. It took me a
This is what I get for
second.
doing favors for people.
You're doing terrible talking on the microphone.
I know. What
That's
is he
why I was
looking at?
fucking
Did he
with- I
fall
know.
asleep?
I
What
don't
time
know.
did you
Trying
to get
start
another
drinking
beer.
today?
Having a
Jesus.
stroke.
It took him a long time.
I have
He
my
went
way.
down. I didn't think he was coming back up.
I don't know which one was the sound effect or which one was real. That's my new thing now. I don't talk directly into the mic.
You're gonna be just like every other vocalist.
However I talk, man. That's
You
how-
get a
that's
drummer
how
in
you
here,
get it.
man. Never a problem, dude. We never have to adjust Jared.
That's what I
Mike,
wanted to know. Nobody told me anything. What was he wrapped in dick skin?
What are we
He's
talking
always been
about?
the best on the mic.
Is he wrapped in dick skin?
Who, Jared?
Yeah.
No, nothing I know of.
What does that
What are you
mean?
talking about?
Y'all posted a picture of him wrapped in dick skin.
Who did?
Y'all did.
I didn't.
I don't know. Once again, you know our show better than we do, pal.
No.
It was like just his eyes, but he was wrapped in the foreskin.
Oh yeah, he was in the foreskin. He's right.
What?
Remember the artwork?
What year is this?
2 days ago.
A few days
I mean,
ago,
2 weeks
couple
ago.
weeks ago,
He
What
did
was he?
the Wildcat.
he was wrapped up in
2002.
some weird bandages, like
Was
a mummy.
that dick skin?
And it was his eyes.
Oh,
Was he
that was from that
uncircumcised?
show we watched.
Yeah,
Which one was it?
it was a movie. It was
So
a
much
weird
has
movie.
happened since
it was
last
a
week.
weird
Deep
movie.
Throat?
Horse Girl.
Horse Girl. Yeah, he was Horse Girl.
So he was a horse dick?
Horse
Yeah.
Girl.
The bandages that would go there
So
on.
that was bandages or foreskin?
You know what? He was a dick. You're right.
Okay.
He's a fucking dick.
dick.
He sounded like a dick on
He
the
was
show.
wrapped in dick skin.
I was like, they done wrap this dude in foreskin, man, to where
That
like,
shit was expensive too. They don't just give away little boys' foreskins.
because he has a daughter and he was so soft. So if he had a son and he was harder, he would have popped right through.
What?
Like a.
This is what happens when you
I guess
compliment him.
Zara is circumcised. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, the rabbi did it
I would
himself.
know.
When you mess with penises that have foreskin, when they get erect, they come through the foreskin.
What the
And you
hell
get to
are
see
we
that
getting
little
on this
pee hole.
subject
Red
for?
Rocket.
You had to see the little peel.
I know. He started cutting the grass. That was it. Went all downhill.
Yeah, right. Friday the 13th, huh?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Horror movies. Buku horror.
But y'all don't watch horror movies.
I know. That's why I don't really have them in my notes.
I guess the scariest thing you watched lately was Castlevania. With the art that didn't look like art, and it looked like it was paintbrushed, and then it was airbrushed, then it was with a marker, then it looked like Cain fucking drew it on a Jewish building.
No, it actually looked way better than that. That boy got no painting skills at all.
I
Didn't
tried
even
to
use a
watch it, man.
stencil.
I couldn't dig it. I didn't like it.
What, Castlevania?
Yeah, I tried. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
like
not
it.
a horror movie.
I'm trying to think of that old school game that was like Castlevania, but it wasn't. But it was like
Ghost
that.
and Goblins.
Is that the knight that if you hit him,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
becomes the armor comes off? Yeah,
That was a good
my
game,
shit.
too.
I like Ghosts and Goblins, but I don't like Castlevania.
Yeah, but you
Oh, we
must
like-
like the coronavirus because it's been raising the death toll.
Can we ask her to
Oh.
leave? Oh, I'm gonna leave. Pick one.
Bye.
Man, look.
Bye.
You can ask whatever you want.
You want a Buku artist or somebody that's Buku aggravating?
Ooh,
Yeah, sip your water, boo boo.
bitch, bitch.
You want G shit?
He's
Hold on,
going to
I'm
give
gonna
it
give
to
it
you.
to
Was that her? Holy shit, you got an Adam's apple?
I'm gulping.
She's got an Alley's apple.
That's
Hey.
right.
Take it easy on that water. We don't like to have an endless supply of that.
Good point.
Hey, don't worry. There's a lot coming out of the toilet since I
Yeah.
tried to flush that
You
old
getting
fucking
patted down, Pad.
Bro, I'll tell you what. Every time Grammy Award winning Mayday came out the bathroom and was showing what he did to your toilet, it reminded me of what Charlie Sheen did to Corey Haim, which is the real reason why I'm here tonight. Is to show attention and awareness to the pedophile circle that's going on in California and it needs to stop.
Really?
Yeah, Charlie Sheen needs to go down for what he did to Corey Haim. I love Corey Haim. He was in Prayer of the Roller Boys. He was in Lucas. He was in The Lost Boys. He was in Fast Getaway 1 and 2.
All right, people.
And
license to drive.
Can I ask you? Can
dude,
I ask
I
you
like
a
License
question?
to Drive, but before he died, they was going to do License to Fly.
What?
But because of Charlie Sheen raped him with Crisco in his butt cheeks on the set of Lucas,
You really have a thing for Lucas.
that's
Wasn't
when
he
it
like the
happened.
retarded guy?
That show
Hey.
really
No, he was the
affected him.
little
That was
kid.
Gilbert's great.
Wait, we could. Oh no.
That's a different
No,
thing.
he wasn't
retarded on it
retarded.
too,
He
then.
was little.
All right, stop.
He was little. Charlie Sheen was older, and he raped him on the set of Lucas, and I
Oh,
think everybody
God,
needs to be
stop.
aware of that.
Can I
That's
ask you a
gross.
question? Why didn't Corey Feldman like go to the police?
Because they're not
Because
gonna
Corey
listen, dude. They're
Feldman.
all in
So
their
this is
pocket.
this is one of those
I'm
things.
talking to Brawla.
This is what me and people like Jared suffer from. This is why I do front flips.
Oh
and
man,
make
I'm sorry to hear
sandwiches.
about that.
I'm a child actor, local scene person. He's a child actor, Corey Feldman. Does anybody care what Corey Feldman's doing now?
No.
Absolutely not. So he charged people $20 to watch something, and if you watch like the interviews he did, because I was curious, he thought he was breaking technology laws and all kinds of shit. He's like, this is the first time everybody's gonna watch the same show at the same time. Motherfucker, people rent pay-per-view all the time. He thought he made the first pay-per-view ever. Dude, if you watch the interviews, he thought he was making the first one. This is the first time ever. And I want to stop pedophilism. What is it? I don't know the words.
Pedophilia?
Thank you. He wants to stop it all.
I think it's
so
only
for a
one
small
word.
price of $20, I'm going to call out everybody. But this is going to be the first time ever in history that you get to watch the same shit at the
Did you
same
watch
time as
this
everybody else.
show or
No, man, I
no?
don't
You
watch
read
any
an article
show.
about it?
No, because when
How
the
you
show
know all this? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, because he's been posting about it. So when the show was supposed to happen, it never did. So
Yeah, I
he
heard
said all
about
the
that.
hackers happened, like all the hackers stopped him from getting it.
Oh.
Which all the biggest name he pulled out was Charlie Sheen.
Wait, so the documentary didn't happen?
The documentary happened live in California, but when the pay-per-view, it didn't happen.
Oh.
But he was on every website. He was like, so what are you trying to do? He's like, my message clearly is this, because I'm fucking fed up with it. For $20 for one day only at the same time, blah, blah, blah. But if you really wanted to help this, you would have done it for free. You would have said it. You could go on Facebook Live even if it doesn't get, you know,
He charged money.
yeah. But
And dude, when he come up with Charlie Sheen and be like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?"
No, but Charlie Sheen already came out and said, normally I don't deny shit because it's true. This is not true.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if for $20 more, Charlie Sheen will let you hear his his statement about it.
But Charlie Sheen just came out for having AIDS after denying it for 5 years.
Oh, really? He's got AIDS?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you
got
don't
HIV.
No, I don't remember that.
He got it from Corey Haim. No, no, no. But what's funny is through
Corey
all
Haim's
this.
still alive?
No, he
No.
died.
He
He,
did?
fucked him to death.
Ben died. Oh,
jeez.
stop it.
No,
Jesus fuck, man.
Corey Haim died.
Friday, I'm gonna let
It's
you
not
slide.
funny. What the
what I'm
hell's
saying
wrong
is-
with you?
That's what I was saying. Corey Feldman.
What are you saying, bro?
Corey Feldman announced this on Corey Haim's death. He couldn't say it, but he told it to everybody because they thought he died of a drug overabuse. Drug
We got the point.
Overdose. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He died of a pneumonia because he had an enlarged
What the
heart from
fuck is
drugs.
pmonia?
Pneumonia? It starts with a P.
Oh, all right.
Pneumonia.
I can love you.
No, so this was on the anniversary of his death, and Corey Feldman did say, it's all facts aside, he had a house note due, so he wanted to come out with the truth.
And this is the same guy that's got the angels and does that thing.
Yeah, he's
we
married
saw
to
him.
one.
at-
Well,
Yeah, we went
angel-
and saw it.
Yeah, the angel
All
is
right.
what helped him get the bandwidth to do the pay-per-view.
Really?
I don't even know.
He helped him pay for his internet connection.
All right.
All right, you good?
In a house that's
So everybody
mortgaged
went
with
to
it.
see Corey Feldman. You did your part. You kind of help him get this news out there that Charlie Sheen likes Crisco.
Yeah, and Corey Haim, he raped him.
Jeez. All right.
But Corey
Not
Haim's
bad,
dead, man. But that's the
Stop
reason why
it.
I'm here. I just want to spread awareness to that, man, that Charlie Sheen's a rapist.
Yeah, I was just
sucks,
like, when I
man.
heard, I'm like, why didn't he go to like the police? Like, I don't know. It seemed weird.
Wait,
Yeah, the
well,
victim
he
blaming,
tried to
okay.
write books and try to say all this stuff, but lawyers and all made him change his names. So he used his own money to make this pay-per-view that you had to buy $20 for, which was the first time ever that anybody would watch anything at the same time. I guess he never heard of UFC or WWE.
I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like, I don't know. The celebrity, growing up, it's like the celebrities became the thing to be. Like, everybody wanted to get in on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people.
Well, you kind of want to be, but just imagine.
So
being
now
one.
it's getting exposed where you're like, all these people you grew up kind of idolizing, or people had posters on. They went through some horrible shit. And it's like that dream that all the kids had to be like that person or, you know, do
Well,
entertainment like that, you're like, wow, man, my heroes were fucking tortured.
Well, you got to think now.
Horrible.
So you got to think on the other spectrum of that, which I don't even know why we're on the subject. I
You
just wanted to
brought it
bring
up, man.
I know, but
You got all
it's been on my
giddy.
brain. So you got to think of the other spectrum of that. So you have the celebrityism, like let's say somebody like Jack Nicholson, or anybody of the old Hollywood. They feel like they're above the law. So, like, let's say Charlie Sheen, for instance, he raped Corey Haim. Is he going to go to jail? Is there the statute of limitations?
Allegedly. You got to say allegedly.
Well, because he's dead. So let's say whatever the statute of limitations is. So if he raped him 20 years ago, and the statute of limitations of where he raped him is 22 years, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to go to jail for it, but only celebrities can have a drug problem, not go to jail, go to rehab. They could do all this crazy shit that somebody like you and I would go to jail for like 5 or 6 years. They just say they're sorry, they do a month, and they're done.
Yeah, the corporations are like,
So
they're worth way too much money to just lock them up.
Right, so you got the other spectrum. So you got Corey Haim that got raped, and you got Charlie Sheen that could do the raping, but because you're a celebrity, you could get away with it. You know, like nobody thought Bill Cosby would go to jail or that Harvey Weinstein guy or this or that.
Yup, and they got him.
So it's like the Me Too thing. So you're kind of like in a sensitive age to where, like, man, normally, man, old school Hollywood, dude, you can snort coke, fuck 3 little boys. I don't care, but it's 2020, man. I gotta put you in jail, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
we
you
don't
got. It's not.
tolerate
You got to
Nobody's
set
above the law.
examples so it don't keep happening, right?
Right.
Exactly. I mean, it should have
Absolutely.
never happened, but Hollywood was always a weird thing to where you could do this weird shit to where you was above the law. Like, man, Dave Chappelle could randomly go to fucking Eddie Murphy's house 3 a.m, go bowling.
But he's not wearing a dress.
You don't know that
I do know that. He would
because
not
he's
wear a
African
dress.
American.
He went back to Africa. He's like, fuck this. I'm now putting on a dress.
Because it's weird shit, man. Like, drugs are okay there to where, I mean, they trying to finally legalize weed here, but over there you could do acid, do coke, fuck 3 little boys, and
Ugh.
What?
and then make a movie.
And then people-
You can make Hot Shots.
Oh, there's more of a reason to go now.
oh, man. Dude, Brawla's here, if you haven't noticed, from Raise the Death Toll.
I think everybody's noticed.
Are we doing an intro today? Or that's it?
I was saying, I feel like we were
What?
missing something. I
I
feel like
don't know.
we're missing
Yeah,
something.
we never
else.
did the
Oh
intro.
yeah, you guys.
Last time y'all did the
brains.
intro, I got interrupted and you had to do it again.
Yeah. He's got a lot of room for memory where the words go.
Cooking up dope in a crock pot.
Gucci bag, Fendi bag. At Big Rock Candy Mountain. Nara Radio 213. Buku Hawa.
Howard.
It's not Buku no more, man.
Buku has been postponed, and so no better time to have Brawla in studio. Raise the Death Toll was scheduled to, I think, open the first day, evening. And now
Well-
it is postponed, so.
Well, we were supposed to open the main stage, not open the festival.
Oh, really?
Because the doors opened at 2, so they had a bunch of acts that was going on at 2 and 2:30.
Like on the different stages around?
We were supposed to go on at 3.
Main stage. You were excited about it?
Yeah, I was super excited.
Would this
about
been
it.
the biggest show that you think that you would have played?
I wouldn't be able to answer that till after.
Right. All right.
I mean, for Death Toll, I think it would have been. But I guess the same scenario getting on this show, I lucked out with TUC and it got on a huge ass show to where we was 4th instead of 1st on something real big at the Lakefront Arena.
All right.
And that was tight.
But you were looking forward to this.
I'm still looking forward to it.
You gotta just have to look forward a little further.
A little more forward.
Well,
Do you think
It
let
can
me
go
ask you
both
this.
ways.
Do you think anything's ever gonna get back to normal? Do you think there will be a Buku Fest?
oh yeah.
You do. You're confident in that.
Well, yeah, well, I made sure because I've been keeping connections. I've been talking to the main person, this and that, because,
Been talking, like how many emails you sent?
dude, when I found out the shit happened, I wanted to make sure we were still on the new one and that, dude, no matter what the date is, whatever we got to do, we're going to make sure. So we still going to open up the main stage when it happens on Labor Day weekend.
All right.
But as far as the other acts, they can't guarantee all that because I mean it was different tours coming through. So
right.
it
The
could
travel.
be bigger, it could be
You're
smaller.
the easiest one to get back.
Oh yeah, because I made sure.
Right, yeah.
But these are the same people, and I'm trying to stay in tunes with it too. That do Voodoo Fest. So hopefully we could probably maybe fall into that lane.
See,
as
if
well.
I went to Voodoo Fest, I would think that when y'all would get up there, be like, all right, I kind of like this. But if I went to Buku Fest and y'all got up there, I'd be pissed.
Well, last year they had Thou.
All right, I don't know what that is.
Who?
It's not my.
Is that a type of bird or does it smell bad?
It's the first time they try to do a local metal band. I'm not dissing them by any means. They've been around forever. Something like, I guess what Gora is more like than us.
Yeah.
But that was their experimentation last year for Buku, and it went fairly well. So now they wanted a more genre death metal band.
Horror movie.
Yeah. Well, not the content, but that would fit that kind of stuff.
I don't understand now.
It started off hot.
It did.
I know my conversation. Death Toll is more commercial than that band they picked last year.
Gotcha.
And they had a couple other bands that was sort of like this, that's on major labels, that was filling in the other stages.
They don't like say like this. Do you like Blair Witch Project? Well, me too. They don't do that shit.
No, but actually, the last couple pictures I saw, they dressed the part. But I don't know nothing about them. But this dude's been booking forever. They're a Baton Rouge band, as tours and all this stuff.
All right.
And we got asked this year because we're kind of more trendier than they were, and they thought we would do better.
Are you gonna have pillow fights or something?
I don't know what. No, I don't know what they do.
Well, what about you?
I don't know what I was gonna do. I just
Really?
wanted to get
You
there. I had
didn't
to take
plan it
over work. No, I
No
just wanted.
plan.
I just wanted to network, be nice, be cool. To hope to get asked for further stuff, and because just the stuff, this is stuff I already had to do already just for this show alone. That I hope I don't have to redo. I start to see why bands have managers, because all the stuff I've had to sign, agree to, print forms out, mail it in. All the stuff like this was going to
Boy,
be.
I had to do clerical work.
Yeah, I had to do a bunch.
All right, fuck all that shit. Nobody gives a fuck about
I
that.
do. That's
bro.
interesting.
Feel
I didn't
bad
know
for
that
you.
he had to do that.
No, I mean I didn't feel bad, but
This
it's
is
kind
what
of like
this is what I want to know. You had a pillow fight party, right?
Mm-hmm.
You made sandwiches,
sandwiches.
slam witches. That solar baby ate in the fucking bathroom. That was so weird. Come out the bathroom eating a sandwich. I'm like, dude, I don't think you're supposed to eat that. That was like a gimmick. But it was edible. What else did you do? Hey, you punched me in the face, but we'll put that aside. You jumped off the bar and like almost broke your neck that night. You followed it all up with a hip-hop set to close the night off. A real set, too. Not like a 1 or 2 songs. Like, you gave it everything you had. That night at Babylon, I had never seen somebody get on stage, start their set. I said stage. Get on the floor, start their set, make sandwiches, jump off a bar and almost break their neck. Take out some chick on the way down. Dude, one of my favorite parts was telling the bartender to take off the fucking sweater.
Oh, yeah.
And then, for some reason, you were like, okay, put that fucking shit back on. God damn it, dude. That was like one of the funnest nights. And then he like wasn't done. He's like, no, I'm leaving it
I don't
all
really think you
out
should
here.
encourage that behavior. Jared asked, what's the death toll on the words he butchered?
Pneumonia, motherfucker.
Kenny Sprout said, Brawler, do you have something you want to get off your chest?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I got something I do want to get off my chest, and I'm gonna bring it out.
What,
and I'm
Cisco stain?
No, speaking of like
Crisco.
No, speaking of rape and all this and that. And,
Oh, gosh.
and Kenny, if you're listening, I encourage you to call in and put this on the air. So at the last show, Kenny was in Niagara Faye with us, and he goes up to the old ladies by themselves. He's like, man, I've been knowing Jared and them all a while. Man, they go super far for a joke, so far as penetration. I'm like, what the fuck? Who penetrated who? So the girlfriends wouldn't say nothing. I'm like, I never put my dick in nobody as far as like a joke, other than, you know,
Other than.
Right.
you know, Amy to make her laugh. But he said Jared and Josh went as far as penetrating each other to make somebody laugh.
Josh Berger?
What?
Yeah.
No!
And this is why I'm on here, to stop that kind of behavior.
Yeah, it needs to end.
because, you know, I mean, I don't know if there was oil or whatever used or whatever, but he's going around telling people that they penetrated each other to make for people to laugh.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Oh,
it's
there's
not
only
funny.
one person I know that thinks that kind of stuff's funny. That's Mandy.
Yeah, Mayday
girl.
fucking laughed
Oh,
when he
yeah.
was talking
Yeah,
about
you
little
did.
kids
Yeah,
getting
you
raped
did.
in Hollywood. He
Play
was
that
like,
shit
Charlie
back.
Sheen fucked him to death. I'm like, Jesus,
That's
man.
kind of funny. Not fucking
No,
Josh,
it's not.
Josh
What the
Berger.
fuck?
It comes out as laughter in clips, but he's really being triggered. Like
You think he's just nervous, so he
yeah,
laughs
look,
because he
he's
doesn't know.
yeah, he's
Oh, because of the fucking thing that happened at Pickle's
with
house.
the pig.
Oh, shit. Sorry, dude.
That's gonna be in that that's gonna be in that notice he needs to pass to all his neighbors like, hey, I'm a sex offender and I gotta post this with my little gay ass man bun.
Oh my
See,
god.
that's another shot.
Thank
Drew.
you, Jared.
You know, not taking shots that every time you say something and Allie repeats it after and you get pissed off, or you finally give Allie a chance to talk and she's not ready for you to give her a chance to talk.
She's busy.
But every time Jared's
ordering
on
shit
here,
off Amazon.
and every time Jared's on here, sounding like a dumb bitch from Valley Girls, you could take a shot every time he says like. So you
Like.
ask him a question. So this is, you know, I listen a lot. So it's like Zara goes, so Jared, what's like, what was it like playing Babylon? Well, let me just tell you about this. I used to play Twist. So like when you play Twist, you know, like it brings me back to Zeppelins. So when I played Zeppelins one time, and I was like, the bartender wanted me to take a shot of Jaeger. I don't drink a Jaeger. So like I was like give me an Irish whiskey kind of shot. So like, what was the question again? That's Jared every
You
time, bro.
actually
You can
do people's voices pretty good, but that's
You can
kind of
act-
pitiful Jared.
Yeah,
Tell the
you-
gayness, yeah, it is.
Yeah, you got to be able to do it better, Jared.
I can't
know
do Jared, but I
Jared
could
kinda
do
talks
I could
like
do like the
that.
drift off. So like, you ask Jared's like, hey man, what month we in? Well, actually, you want to go back to what day we're in. So actually, you know, it's the Tuesday. Well, actually, it's a Friday. You know, Friday comes back from the end of the week, which most people get confused because some people start the weeks with Mondays and Sundays. And what's the question?
If you could only do the damn voice.
I can't do his
We have
voice,
a call.
Oh, good. Hey, you on the
Hello.
air. Now radio.
I was just told to call in, sirs.
Oh
Ma'am.
yes. All right. So who penetrated who, man? Let's get it out in the open.
Between who now? Jared and Josh Berger?
No, you was telling the old lady there was definitely penetration. Who penetrated who?
What the hell is he doing
I was
over
thinking.
there?
I was thinking Jared may have penetrated you.
Oh, he said you.
I would go with that.
And was you there?
Back in the Bridge City backyard wrestling days, which was a little bit before my time, but I heard stories.
Oh.
Okay, now it's all coming
This guy
together.
seems like he might have something.
I
You ought
don't
to
know.
charge $20 for the rest of it.
When he told Caitlin
Yeah,
and Amy
bro.
that Josh and Jared
Like Mama
penetrated each
Cleo or some
other.
shit.
Oh, well, where's
Wait,
Berger
talk-
fit into all
What was that
this?
again, Brawla?
No, I was told you told Caitlin and Amy that Josh and Jared penetrated each other.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
I did not tell Caitlin and Amy anything about that. You might have a guilty conscience, but I didn't say anything.
Oh, maybe they just
So it's a
forgot,
secret?
misunderstood. Yeah.
I was, yeah.
It means you
exactly.
sworn to secrecy?
I don't know. You played a circle jerk to, as a sealing of the secrecy or some shit.
Okay.
Man, I don't know which one of y'all drank more.
No, I'm confused because I know this dude very well, and I know he can't afford a cell phone bill. So where do they still have a payphone at?
Oh.
Up here to the left.
See, that's some old school jokes, man. Give us one joke, man, before they hang up on you.
The Brawler-mobile. Anybody remembers that?
The Brawla-mobile?
No, what is that? What is that?
Who remembers that?
I
Nobody.
remember that.
You do?
Yeah, the Cutlass. The Cutlass with the 118 in it or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
had a
remember
cutlass
that.
with Brawla on the windshield.
Yeah, I remember that.
he did, that's
401
funny.
Hickory one. Yeah. Toward the end, you always got
404.
Wait, you had Brawler across the front windshield?
Yeah, on a Cutlass
Huh?
Supreme.
They call me Brawler.
Well, he was in the Hickory days. He was when I first met Kenny, who's on the phone. He was the photographer for Crowbar.
What? Okay.
Oh, no kidding.
I was what?
Didn't you used to take pictures for Crowbar?
I did their website.
He did their website,
Nice.
and then he
Crowbar
started
and
shooting over the
Dynamo
Crowbar.
and, wait, what? I can neither confirm nor deny that heinous accusation, sir.
Yes, you can. Get off your mom's cell phone, bro. You're wasting up on minutes, bro. It's not 9 o'clock
Listen
yet.
here, fucking. All right, musty brawler.
Bro, you look like the dude off The Mask, bro. You fucking Rocky Dennis looking ass.
All right, man. Thanks
Hang
for
up,
calling.
Rocky
Good
Dennis.
Lord.
I think we
Hang up,
Hey, y'all.
baby.
Thanks for calling, Ken.
Stop stealing your grandmother's Netflix.
cleared that up. Josh Berger was nowhere,
All right,
not
so
involved.
Actually, between Brawla and Jared, that's sweet. That's where their bond comes from, and it'll never go away.
What's that?
It's a real bond. You
Crisco.
two butt
Yeah,
fucking.
y'all
It's a
connected,
real bond.
like the
it's
Avatar
different than
thing.
just friends or
And-
Well, no,
brothers.
like I
dragon.
like I told Jared today, it's more like a Stockholm syndrome thing because he won't really join my band, and he's in the Goro band, so he is mentally fucking me, and I have Stockholm syndrome.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
thought
he
this was
said.
not real radio.
Everybody that comes on this show is a fucking whack job.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Jeez.
Especially those that wear their own band shirt.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with wearing your own band shirt.
Yeah, if you're Mike Tyson, trying
not
to
wearing
promote
it
the
in
Mike
public.
Tyson mystery.
I don't even think there's nothing wrong with wearing it in public. Like, it's your brand. If you won't wear your brand, why should anybody else? Explain this to me. Hey, Brawler, you there?
He's
What are you
ordering
doing?
off of Amazon.
Hold on, I got a call.
Uh-oh. He's
Yeah,
trying
hello?
to delete all
I
those
gotta
pictures of
take
him and
those.
Jared.
Yeah, Amy, go on my computer.
Oh yeah, this is news with a twist.
You
Oh yeah,
can't
man.
hear that.
Yeah, I'm on this little charity thing right now. I'm gonna have to call you back. All right, bye. Wait, what?
Wait, yeah, magazine wants an interview.
What actually they do?
What's the deal with the wearing their own band shirts? Where you hear this from?
I think it's just one of those things that you hear because I do get it to where if I own Verizon or T-Mobile and I show up places, you'll wear Verizon, T-Mobile. UFC fighters, whoever supports them, you wear it. Wrestlers do the same thing.
Well, how about if you design?
For some reason, I don't know what
if
it
you
is.
design something and you make something that represents you, why would you not wear it?
So why do you wear it? You want
Because I
somebody-
like it.
Do you want somebody to bring it up and actually?
No, not at all. Because I like it. I make sure I order shirts for us that are the shirt that I want. I got like 3 fucking shirts made out of this material. Okay, 4. 2 of them are mine, and 2 of them are other people's. And I wear theirs just as much, if not more, because I go to mine kind of last. So it's the material and the way the shirt feels more than anything to me. Don't try to pit us. This is between me and you. Hey, you
Y'all
know,
ain't fought
You talking
yet,
about that
man.
You know
shirt
you're
on
winning
that
an-
he's wearing right now? I didn't design that
I
at all.
know
didn't
when I'm
touch
in
it.
an argument with a man and he starts all of a sudden looking for Allie, then I won. Like, oh, you're
Well,
gonna go
lucky
get
for
her
y'all,
now,
I
huh?
wasn't paying attention, so I didn't have any idea what y'all were talking
What's
about.
different from that than any other show?
Exactly right, my friend. Exactly right.
Dude, what inspired the sandwich making? Slam-a-witch.
My sandwich making? All right, the same thing that I've been noticing for a while with the pillow fight and this and that. Just like Jared brought up on here. So they got a band called Wasted Creation that I like. I would endorse. Even after me, I'm done. When I retire, I die first. And everybody but Twisted Lime and Tony and them have a benefit show for me and takes care of my death and makes money off the door.
Oh.
Nobody cares about the music no more. So I saw a band I like a lot put out a killer video. Nothing. They played a house show that happened to be in the kitchen. So while this dude was playing a show in the kitchen, he fucking fried an omelet, 1 million views, 3 days. So I thought, well, Babylon, they don't have a kitchen. We play slam music. I had some fucking, Amy likes to shop, but she doesn't like to cook. So there's always like throwing away food that has expiration dates. I didn't want this shit to go bad. So I was like, man, I'm gonna make some sandwiches, man, some slamwiches during the set. So I brought a table, I brought all this little shit there, and sure enough, if you look, I don't know if you saw the views, man. It almost made 100,000 views in a couple of days. But we paid a bunch of money for a music video, nothing. So it's all marketing. Did I think anybody was gonna eat it? No. Did I think I was going to actually take the wrapper off the cheese? Yes.
Did you take the wrapper off the cheese?
Fuck no, because I tried to stay within the part.
Oh, right, you had
Did
to
they
hurry.
eat it?
Yeah,
And
he did.
the crazy thing is Rob from Babylon is super cool about it. He said, man, the one thing I would tell you and I don't know if you noticed it, and I know it wasn't your fault, so I'm not pissed off. But at one point, somebody squirted that mayonnaise bottle, and mayonnaise got in my mouth, bro, and I don't like that shit. I was like, man.
What?
But
you
I
short
had,
on mayonnaise?
I had those moments to where,
Yeah,
like,
Jared was busy behind the drums.
yeah,
busy,
I had
buddy.
those moments to where, like, you know, I got up on the bar, I was drunk. In my head, I thought I talking about the front flip part.
Yeah, I heard about
That shit almost got 100,000 views. But if you put up a song, no, you probably get 10.
So you think there's more pressure now to do more things like that? Like every show you go, I got to go to do this song, and then I got to figure out what bands I like are doing and steal their shit. I was just wondering.
No, it's not the pressure. It's not pressure.
Like for Buku, did you have something planned?
No, because Buku, I feel like it's not like that. So, not down planning, not down talking anything else. I try to think of what can we promote in between shows, or you need content. Y'all guys are awesome about it.
Thank you.
You know,
We haven't done shit in forever.
I was talking to Zorsh.
I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, your compliment turned into
Y'all need to do
self-deprecation,
fucking skits,
like instantly.
man. Y'all do great skits.
Yeah, we're trying
No.
to do one. It's called a conversation.
Shut up, you fucking douchebag.
This is
That's
why
always-
I love not radio. This is the
It's
fun
always
time
odd
of it,
too.
man.
When I get yelled at to shut up when that's what she should be doing. It's like
Well,
a coping
I'll
mechanism.
give you that.
This is how my brain works, and I'm the reason why y'all even know who Jeff Gillette is, and all the other guys that are lucky enough to jam with me. No, I'm kidding. You got to think of content all the time. So we're a local band that at the age, and that's why I give you guys credit. And even though we make fun of them, this and that, Danielle Mary, you got to think about the stuff in between the shows. So we're not like a big band, but we're influenced by those. But they're constantly touring. They don't need the content in between. When you're a local band that's only playing few and far between, you need the stuff in between to promote. Or when you finally do a show, you got to have some kind of weird theme to it. You got to have something that makes it not like, oh, Babylon asked me to play this show, Twist asked me. I'm just filling these dates, so I'm just playing with. I haven't heard these guys, but they asked me if I was free this day, and I said yes. Y'all book y'all own shows, like the Back from the Dead thing y'all got going on now. Everything y'all do is what I'm trying to do, and there's only like one or other two bands do that as well. So if I'm playing Babylon or Twist, some place that I know I could play next month or the month after that, I'm trying to think of something that's going to make some video content to do in between that I don't have to necessarily pay money for and film a video for, or get all the guys together because everybody has families, this and that, and I have to get like, all right, we're old school West Banker. I can't even talk correctly.
What is this conversation
I
about?
know.
I don't understand
No,
what
what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying is,
He's breaking
Point,
down
it's
his
your point.
5-year business plan.
I know, but listen,
He's pulling a Jared.
I'm not articulate by any means. So
You're very
Obviously.
smart, dude. I get your plan completely.
okay,
Like,
so
it's a
Right
good
on.
plan.
all right, so you got to
I
think of
agree
something
with
that
you.
a bunch
I
of
had no
dudes
idea
that
what's
with
going
no
on.
time and no money could promote while you're at work throughout the week.
Look,
I
I'll
thought of a
say-
sandwich. The front flip was not playing. The sandwich was. The
If
front
I
flip.
Front flip was incredible.
If I
Just
put-
No, it wasn't. Y'all
If I-
encouraging
No,
this dude to do
no.
dangerous
All right, it should be
bad shit.
higher. Look what PJ got. He trended. He jumped off the second
Yeah.
floor.
That's
of,
different. He's a trained
Esplanade.
stuntman. He's an athlete.
Show us Brawler.
It's all right. Bro, swole up. He bounced right off that
Yeah,
shit.
right.
I
But I'll
don't
tell
think
you
so,
what,
dude.
though,
That's a lot of weight to just hit the
dude, look.
ground.
But I also
This
sent
is
the
my
girl
thing,
the
though.
care package
This
because
is
there
my
was a
thing.
girl that
Did you?
apparently, because the thing is at the end of the day, I do wake up in the morning with drunken regrets.
I'm sure.
The last thing I ever want to do, and this is true life, whether it's a show, just walking down the street drunk, or a spectator at a concert, I don't want to hurt anybody and ruin anybody's day, ruin anybody's life.
Right.
I'm well over 300 pounds. In my head, I don't think I'm
I
like
can
that.
fly.
I'm that big puppy that I don't think if I land on you, I could probably injure you.
Kill him.
I didn't think that at
Yeah.
all. In my head, I'm thinking,
Where's Don Cooper?
yeah. Same thing with that. I'm thinking, man, if I would have just jumped, it would hurt you. In my head, I'm like, I'm front flipping. I'm kind of like bouncing off your body. In real life, that's not a real thing.
No.
You don't bounce off
He
of
just
bodies.
grab it.
rolled over.
No.
That was kind of great.
I don't even know if he jumped off the bar or he just fell forward.
Oh, he just fell forward. I saw it.
The thing, though, if I put earbuds in and I'm going to do something, but I'm putting earbuds in because I want to listen to music. That music better be fucking good, real good. But if it's a video, now the music's got to be good, but it also needs to be visually stimulating. I'm watching a video with my eyes. I'm using more senses. If I'm there live, the more things that are happening that are keeping me entertained, and it looks cool, it sounds cool, and then you got to shock people now constantly. It's way harder. I don't think just being good enough at music. That music has to be next level good, like incredible, timeless music. And even they have videos and lights and shit because it's boring. Like Elton John was a very talented dude, but you don't think he put some thought into his crazy outfits and the way that he looked when people looked at him? It's like for bands to think that their music, especially on a local level, you get up to some shit, but even classical music is usually better when they have a play or some people in costume. So it's like on a local level, I always find it insulting that you think your music is that good that you don't have to do anything else. You don't even have to consider your wardrobe when you're going to go and perform in front of people to look at you. Like, if nobody could see you, yes, music is that important. The only thing, because that's the only thing you're providing. But at least you do and have always done a great job of putting on and understanding, putting on a performance. Like,
Every time,
You've
yeah.
always been a great front man, too.
Always.
You're good at that. You got that thing, you know?
You always get people hype.
Oh yeah, but that's
Like,
what I try to.
people
But
want somebody to lead them in that, apparently.
The Saints
And they
thing's
got to.
horrible, but that's okay.
You're like a good
I was
leader.
taught that my third show ever when I realized headlining just meant playing last. Now, this
Right.
was during MP79 and all that, and I don't know if Jared brought it up here. So there was a show at this venue called The Warehouse. Do you remember The Warehouse?
Yeah, yeah.
It was the 666 show, so it was, I think, Demise was the one that dropped off. So it was Never, Organized Hostility, Tribal Descent, some other local bands.
God, they had a lot of bands back then, too.
Oh yeah,
Playing on one show.
You know, and it was just like I just went up there, just tried to do my thing, but everybody else had their own thing. We were just that young band thinking it's just the music, but you gotta do more. And I've noticed that all through on, whether it was even with y'all with MP79 and Zeppelins, this and that. It's a lot more than that, especially in today's age. But you not only gotta, and I guess too, everybody watches, if anything, on the boat or fail safe on TV is ridiculousness. So I have that in my brain as far as putting on a show to where, like, you not only want to entertain those that we're fortunate enough to pay $8 at one venue to where they could see us $5, even though we've been playing the same goddamn set and we're just a local band and we're going to play the next, you know, like I'm very grateful that people even come to pay to see us when there's a bunch of shit to see in the city.
You don't just Daniel marry that and say it because you know people want to hear it.
No, not at all. Not at my age.
You really mean that?
I really do.
Like you make posts about it all the time. You say it at the shows like 5 or 6 times.
Well, no, I mean I can't sing. I barely scream. I'm getting older.
But you're willing to hurt yourself and you're providing sandwiches.
But I don't try to hurt myself. I'll make sandwiches for everybody. I was damn near ready to have a house show out with barbecue and just people just come to fucking watch over if I wasn't scared about the cops. Anybody, I'll host a damn show. But I really am grateful to where I'm even grateful to the point that people even want to jam with me to where, like, if these dudes were my friends, let's say I made a post tomorrow, want to do another band. Nobody would respond to that. So I'm very grateful to those that do want to jam with me, that stick with me, believe in me, whether they trust in my move or not. Everything I do is best for all of us, the band, where we are, and where I think we are in the means of our financial status, local status, age status. We're not going to tour. We're not trying to make it big. I just want to entertain the town to where all these big tours pass us over. Nobody else is doing shit I feel like I'm doing.
I think you're doing it because you wouldn't be able to quit. What would you do with all that? Your mind works on that a lot.
Dude, my brain, I wake up thinking it. I have bad dreams
about it. So if you didn't do this, what would you do? Where's that going to go? You got to fill that brain with something.
I would hope to be able to manage a band or two. Or I would just take whatever savings I have and start my own little label and just put 2 bands on there.
You'd be good at that.
But I don't know if they would be able to meet my expectations because it would be I would probably expect more than them than their boss at their own goddamn job.
This
You know
my
what I mean?
money you fucking win.
No, not even the money. Like, just if I had 5 of me, it would be different. But it's just one of me, and I'm the least talented one in every band I've ever been with, to where I'm almost at the mercy of these other guys jamming with me to do what I like to do, to also benefit them doing what I thought they would like to do and inspire to do, because they take all the time and efforts and their free time to practice their skill at the instrument they have.
It's fucking beautiful, man.
But to go back to your question way before all of this, and I
Yeah.
kicked the Jared Gillette, no, I'm not pressured at all. I think about these shows, I use these shows as content for the bigger shows, the hope for the Bukus and the hope for the House of Blues and all these things. Those points, you gotta be on your best behavior, because these dudes are not like, I'm telling you, all the shit I had to do just for Buku, as far as like have pictures for
You
the
will
stage
not
input.
throw off food. You will not jump off. Of,
Well, see, they never said that,
Nope.
but
Oh,
there was
alright.
like, I couldn't play anywhere from Texas to Florida within 2 weeks or 2 weeks before or after. Fine. There's certain products that I was not allowed to have pictures with because they wasn't the sponsor of Buku.
What the hell?
And when, in the free drinks and the free foods we got, that's what we were supposed to have pictures with. I had to okay all
Wait,
these
this thing
interviews.
ain't over yet, all right?
Oh no, I had to okay a bunch of interviews as if like, dude, if anybody wants to talk to us, that's fine. And so every time somebody wanted to interview us, I had to okay it. I had to, the one thing I didn't agree with, and then I told them I wasn't worried about it, was the merch deal. We was only allowed to sell one shirt, and they get 30% of all of it. But I didn't want to be responsible for it, because if had Buku, I mean, I don't know my work schedule, but the way I had to, no, I'm saying the way I had it worked out for work, I would have had to play Buku from 3 to 3:45. We had 3 interviews scheduled that was going to take up an hour. I wanted to watch Charlie XCX, and then I had to go to work, because it would have been on my work week. They told me I had to come to work back that day. So I would have got to watch one act, and I would have had to go back to work.
Oh, well, sorry. Life's about sacrifice, man.
Well, isn't it more about playing anyway?
What's the
You would
deal
be
with
playing.
Brawla and food?
No, and that's what I'm saying. I wasn't a drink. I was just glad that they even made the exception that I could take off of work just for that amount of time, even though it's on the river.
We
It's on
play
the-
a show, Brawla shows up, he's
Did
going to
they
rap.
come pick you up on the
Granted,
boat?
he was going to do Wings Day, but he shows up and he's got chicken wings with him. Burns my eyes. For about an
I
hour.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. We
Yeah.
already know.
And then every time he comes on the show, he brings some kind of food with him.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight he ate some chips.
Yep.
At the wrestling thing, we would have maybe 5 minutes. He got food. Do you eat like all the time, or it just so
You gotta
happens?
power
You
that
can't
body.
tell, man.
How many times do you eat a day?
6.
You
It
think it's
depends,
6?
man.
You know how many calories it takes just to move one leg?
Well, it
Dude,
depends on what kind of day I have.
He already ate like fucking 4,000 calories. for
That
six-
thing takes he
yeah.
takes a lot of gas. I'm saying, like, that's a
Chug
big
down like
vehicle.
8
I know.
beers.
A bag of
Finished off
chips.
jalapenos, I think they were, right? Jalapeno chips?
a whole bag.
Oh, you still got more left.
I brought Mayday some ham. I brought Chala cake because you
Yes.
like carrot cake.
Do you eat not eat giant meals and just eat a lot of little things?
Well, it depends on
constantly?
what kind of day I have.
Low.
So I have a 2-year-old now since of last Friday. I wake up, my day consists of a Miller Lite and a Droxycut. So a Droxycut doesn't, what's the word?
Well, it's not working.
It kills my appetite.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's in the morning. It wears
Oh.
out. So it kills my appetite. I don't take any other form of caffeine. So I shit it out, and then I just chase my son for a while. When I make him dinosaur chicken nuggets and he don't want to eat them, that's my lunch. Because I don't want him to go to waste. He'll eat all kind of chips, and then other than that, man, this is the only thing. Other thing I
Wait,
ate.
what? What did you say before
He'll
that?
eat all kinds of chips.
The baby?
Yeah. Where do you
Yeah.
think he gets it from? I learned it from
How does
watching
he
you,
not
Dad.
like dinosaur fucking nuggets?
I don't
though?
know. It's just the mood I catch him. And today he ate a jar full of apples, and then some
What is
fucking
a jar
chips.
full of apples?
I've never even heard that.
I know.
I mean, not a jar, a
Baby
basket.
apples?
He had a
He
basket.
had a basket
We have
full
a
of fucking
fruit.
apples?
We have a fruit basket.
How many apples did the kid eat?
Well, the thing is, this little asshole today didn't eat a whole apple. He took the whole basket and took bites of what he thought was the same apple, but it wasn't.
So he ate a bite of all the apples.
Yeah. But he's the only reason why we buy apples.
Put it in a couple of bags of Cheetos.
Well, that's a healthy
and
Yeah, I
fucking
Then
attack the
when we
fruit
take when we
bag.
take a break, I'm gonna show you what this little asshole did today with the apples.
Damn.
But no, I don't feel like I don't eat that much. I mean, obviously, I'm not on a diet, man. I mean, I wasn't born with all these muscles. I had to work for them. Was that one of your goddamn questions that you wrote down?
No, I just started thinking about it, right? It's a brawling
Oh
food.
yeah. Brawler and food
I know.
are
We
like
need to
synonymous.
ask, why don't you eat?
I do. I just
Why
eat
don't
like
you
at
eat? Why you
times,
starving?
and then I don't eat again until it's time.
You're not going to eat till this coronavirus is over with?
No, I eat twice a day, but I don't like really pick or have multiple meals. I eat twice a day. Usually
start-
lunch, I'll eat some kind of heavy. Dinner, we pretty.
Because the last time I came
decent.
here, I brought you cake. You went, "That's my breakfast." I was like, "Damn, man, as skinny
Yeah,
as
we'll
this
have-
dude is that like all he eats all day?"
No, I will have. If I got like
He
cake or
never
something like
eats
that,
sweets,
I will
man.
eat that for breakfast.
Why?
Your beard's thicker
Why
than
what?
you.
Why at breakfast?
Why at breakfast? Because I think of desserts more like, I don't know, breakfast food.
Well, you
Like
can
a
also
donut,
work
like a
off that
donut.
sugar when you get stuff moving.
A
and
lot
stuff.
of
yeah,
breakfast foods
caffeine
are
and
like
high
sweets.
sugar. I'm gonna burn it. I don't do it for that reason though.
Burn,
Like
baby,
I don't know what
burn.
I'm weird. Like I listen to my body with food. I can tell when I need to eat certain things.
No, but it's weird that you say that. But thinking about like Mayday said, like, man, that's a weird thing to eat for breakfast. But people eat donuts and cinnamon rolls and that's
Yeah.
a
Coffee
dessert.
Oh
Coffee
yeah, no, I'm
cake.
not knocking that. I've
Yeah,
had
no.
fucking
at
I've had
night
dessert.
sometimes if it's late, like if we stay up later than like usual,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, it's Friday night, let's stay up
Yeah,
late
yeah,
and
yeah.
like watch
And I-
2 episodes. I'll have like a little piece of cake, or sometimes we had them little bitty ice cream sandwiches in there.
Yeah, those
Oh, they
fuckers
were
are
fire.
good. It's these fucking Rouse's Italian gelato ice cream sandwiches, and some of them are blonde and,
And they
some
were
of them are
little.
brownie. Yeah,
Little.
they're fucking good.
And I would never look to which one it was. I would just unwrap it and then bite it, and then be like, "Oh, I got the chocolate one."
So at your age, is it weird to be up at 7:30
It's 7:30. In the morning.
at night? Man.
Oh, in the morning, yeah. No, at night, that's still by 1 o'clock. It's been the going
That's
rate
how,
lately.
that's how I wonder how y'all watch Netflix shows. Because I mean, I'm sure you work till like 4 or 5.
Oh,
and
it's
you're in-
bad. We
and
don't.
you're in
We'll-
bed by 6.
We'll eat, and then he'll play the game while I do the dishes, and then we'll usually start watching something at like 10.
Yeah, I have a regimented
night?
schedule. Like
Yeah,
to fit
10 at
in
night.
everything I want to do or feel I
What
need.
time you wake up in the morning?
7:30, 40.
Oh, dang, that's late.
Yeah, we don't have to work till
I
9.
do.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I have like we have things. I'm so regimented, dude. I do certain things at certain times during the week, and if I didn't do it like that, like if something fucks our week up,
Oh, he
and
gets
I got something else to
pissed.
do, I get pissed
Go
because
to
the
the fucking grocery today,
don't-
and then we gotta go to somebody's funeral. Fuck this person, man. I gotta get my groceries today. It's gonna mess up my schedule.
yeah, fuck all you. Ain't nobody likes
I'm
going to
just
funerals.
kidding.
Here
I'm
we
kidding.
go again.
Thank you, Mom.
But it'll be something like that, like somebody's graduation. Fuck that person. I gotta
Yeah, you
get my
said
food.
funeral.
Well, I
Yeah,
know
she
it
did.
could be anything like that.
Yeah.
No,
Whatever.
that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, you're being trying to be extra mean to me.
Okay, come on. I'm sorry. All right, I'm on fucking 10 tonight. All right, you know, like I'm fucking
Yeah, you need some
Mayday.
snacks.
Actually, I'm gonna get some snacks. Thank
One
you.
of my questions on here is what you thought about like the evolution of metal music, and we kind of hit on it live, like live performance wise.
Metal.
But what do you think about music itself? Kind of like metal
The megal.
music in general.
It almost went to like, I guess, like metal. I guess
Megal.
would have to go to like. I guess we'd have to go to all music. What you thought earlier, like you have to like do that something extra that's not like I'm almost like thinking for the rest of everybody else, man. I'm gonna have a CD release party. If I see a bunch of phones out, I'm just gonna shoot myself in the head just to make sure you get the views and the likes that you need.
All right.
Because they'll go for it.
That's going all the way, man.
I know the only thing that would sucks is I wish I could do it enough to where
I think you only
could
can
see
do
they
that
could
once.
produce. It depends.
Oh, you just gonna like graze yourself the first time?
Nah, you only could do it once. But I feel like that's
The
where the
next
point
CD
we
is
are.
just you drooling.
Like the Britney Spears. No, I guess metal music would be. I mean, the only person that really we stay head to head with like the new music is me and Jared, and like for instance, Stage Friday. Now, when I grew up, which all of y'all have too, we're all about the same age, so for you like light years ahead of me. CDs came out on a Tuesday.
CD's nuts.
On a Wednesday.
See, that's sexual gratification. I'm not gonna deal with that. Can we take a break?
Almost. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week. We
She
just
just
end this
assumed, she
one.
just assumed my gender. That is sexual harassment. I'm not dealing with that
He's
shit.
feeling uncomfortable now.
Yeah, that's not what I said the first
No,
time.
CDs would
Get
come
the
out on
Crisco.
Tuesday, but now because of streaming this and that, so they could do like Billboard and all the shit now, it has to come out on a Friday. They got a bunch of bands that's supposed to be like reinventing the wheel. So today they have a band called Code Orange that's going back to like the Nine Inch Nail, Marilyn Manson kind of thing. So you almost had to have like that nostalgic feel. We're doing it modern with production, with today's production.
You're
But-
taking everything up to the next level.
We're trying to, but you kind of recycling, but you're not, but you are. So I don't know if there is any evaluation. So this week at work with the coronavirus, and I deal with ships, and if you're a ship that comes from China, we can't fuck with you. For some way or another, I ended up reading this whole passage of the rise and fall of grunge music, and I felt that whole era. And according to them, that was the last big time music movement because everybody was wearing the flannel, this and that, which I slightly disagree because I came up in the new metal phase. But nowadays, I don't see the evolution or whatever. You're just trying to hope for the next thing, to where I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But anyway,
Me either, man. What the fuck?
I don't know.
to
Whatever.
answer your question, I
don't know.
don't see none. There's no new rock bands. There's not going to be
I
another
know
Idol. There's not
you
going to
see
be
it.
all these bands
I
now are not going to have a
know you
biopic
see it.
movie made about them in the future.
You don't think?
I don't.
They might have a Netflix documentary.
They're going to have to do some shit far and wide in between because of the times we live in. Because it's so easy to record and put out, and back
So
then
easy
to be
to
on,
put out for you, maybe. Ooh.
You weren't saying that at Boomtown.
What up, dog?
What up, dog?
What up, dog?
Hey,
Just
so
throw me that
if you
dick.
couldn't,
Jesus.
Well, anyway, back then it would be like it was so hard to go on the radio. Nowadays, nobody relies on radio. Radio now is the stream. For
Rely on not real radio. Thank you.
thank you. But for $12 a year, you could be on what's considered now the radio. What considered now that introduces you to new bands. So you don't really have to do nothing. Mayday could do all the shit by him goddamn self. He could program the drums, program the guitar, program the bass,
we have to
do
get
some shit on his vocals,
we'll
and
get-
then put it online.
Davey could come help with some sense.
But there's no risk takers. There's no rock and roll. There's no, I guess, Marilyn Manson's, Alice Cooper's, Ozzy Osbourne's. I mean, all those kind of things. So the revolution, do I like new songs? Yes, because it's a new song. But is it life-changing? No.
Right. Dude, if you couldn't use horror movies as content, what do you think you would pick?
Right now,
Yeah.
I always had an idea for a project to where I would like to do something called Lyrics for Liam. And it would be music to where if somehow I pass away tomorrow, it would be a musical things I would like to instill in my son if he got older, but I couldn't tell him in person.
Oh, that's really
really?
cool. Like a concept album.
I guess it wouldn't be concept, but when I grew up, my content was like, oh, this girl upset me right about this. Oh, my parents are treating me unfairly. I'm an adult now. That's why I choose horror movies, because I really like it. It's a story. It's fictional.
And people
And
can
I-
relate to it because they know the movies.
Right, hopefully. But I
You
I
like
love,
Blair Witch?
but I love playing music, and I feel like that lyrical content would fit that. If I would have to write lyrics about anything else, it would be things that I would like to instill in my son that I wouldn't be able to tell him if the chance wouldn't be able to come. If I was to pass away sooner than later.
You will put all your knowledge into song and then write the lyrics so people can understand it.
No, I wouldn't
Well,
care.
he makes
Actually,
lyric videos,
I
so you
wouldn't
can-
care if anybody heard it but him, actually.
Oh, well, man, maybe your cell phone can record you. Start singing.
But I can't do the
extracurricular
instruments.
Activities.
But that's the only other thing that influenced me enough to even write lyrics for or write something. in
Dude,
a
that's
music
fucked up.
form.
You just were laying in bed one night and thought of that?
No, I've been thinking about this forever.
That's
I already had
sweet,
the
man.
You can't be
title and
thinking
all
about
this
it. He's
stuff.
only 2 years old.
Well, I've been thinking about this since he was born. To
Really?
where if I couldn't instill in him instead of writing like, and this is not making fun at all, but like what Steve Gleason does for his kids before
What
he
is-
had.
What does that mean?
Lets him paint his nails?
No, Steve Gleason.
What did he do?
He can't talk anymore. He's the Saints player that sits. They did the ice challenge for. Am I saying his name
I'm
wrong?
not laughing. I'm sorry.
Oh. He knew he had that disease, whatever they did the ice bucket challenge for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
Lou
while
Gehrig's,
he was
yeah.
able to talk, he made videos for stuff as a parent that you want to instill in your children before he knew that he wasn't going to be able to talk.
Dude, that's
anymore.
awesome.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
know about that.
That's heavy shit, man.
Yeah, so with me loving music so much, and it'll be screaming, and I would write it down, but that's the only thing that would influence me to write anything on this and that, to like how to be a man, these things that I would like my son to know as his father, I would put towards music. And that's the only other thing I would write about if Raise the Death Toll would stop.
That's probably the sweetest thing you've ever said, Brawla.
Oh, I wasn't trying to be, but you asked me a
It
question.
really is.
And I was
Yeah,
trying to,
I didn't think
know.
that's
that's
coming up with
Brawla,
it.
he's got a
Oh.
big whole
Y'all
heart.
making
He's
me
like a
feel
big
weird.
teddy bear.
I know. Oh, man.
oh, but that's,
sweet
I mean,
guy.
that's the answer.
Last
Oh,
show, you will punch me in the eye.
Well, you asked for it.
Any one of these questions could go wrong at any moment.
I know. Give me a quick. Ask me how many bitches I fucked. I don't.
Oh, God.
There you go. 24 pickle guess.
No, I think that's Jared's number.
All right.
But mine's double his because I was there for half of his. 2002.
You were talking about earlier, like if you didn't do music anymore, what would make you quit?
Well, I want to quit every day.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, that's the aggravating part. I love and I hate it.
What don't you like about it?
I don't know if it's older because the anxiety is just like you brought up today's music, today's scene. Man, we came up with Cypress Hall, High Ground, the same place, but MVC, Zeppelins. Now you got the same places, but each time you play the same places with the different bands, it seems like it's the headache gets more severe to where you have to do things like the content in between or
Making
pick
sandwiches.
Yeah.
You start doing it because you feel like you have to.
Well, not that I have to. I want to. If I feel like I have to, I probably will have to stop. I want to, but what I want to do has to go in the means of what I'm be able to do. You know, at our age, and like I'm not gonna travel and tour this and that. So, all right, man, I'm playing Babylon this time. Yeah, so. But it does get frustrating, you know, and it seems like when I started, the easier part was playing shows. The harder part was to record. Now, the easier part is to record, and the harder part is to play shows. They don't seem to line up, like to where like I'll just record and write songs and put them out online every day. But the work kind of messes it. It seems almost easier to have the schedule availability to play the shows than it is record when you have the means there. So we're like $400, man, you can have your own goddamn studio.
Right.
But do I want to quit? No. I mean, sometimes I do, but
It's
I
worse
want to.
leading up to the show or right after the show.
Yeah, well, I almost felt Jared's question when you asked him that. You asked him if he was excited for Buku, and he couldn't give you an answer.
I don't do it good.
I mean, I
either.
know now it's
Thank you.
canceled, but now it's even worse now, to where Amy and I talk about this because, you know, while she's getting ready for 5 hours for a show I've been ready for 30 minutes, she's like, well, you got a show tonight, you don't look so excited. I'm not excited till I get there and have a few beers. Like, I have to get there, get in the moment. I have the merch set up, get in the state of mind, have the first band go on time, see all the bands there, to be like, all right, I'm ready. As opposed to like, oh man, it's show day. Like, I don't wake up to a show day.
I'm ready.
Nobody wakes up like that.
For me,
But
it's always fun, and you create this thing mentally. Then it becomes work, and sometimes fun, sometimes it's not. But you do the work to see this thing, you know, happen. And then it becomes miserable because you did and controlled all the things that you could, but you can't control whether people come or not. You don't.
Well, no, well, not even just that. You can't control. So you have them, and I guess you talk to them or however. You can't control the other members, what kind of day they're having, this and that.
Yeah, we don't
the
ever have
time.
that trouble. Like everybody that we work with, always.
But the
solid.
same thing is, you can't control whether other people have them. But in my head, I can't control what's going to happen today. I'm waiting for a message. Oh man, my car broke down. Hey,
That's
my
why we
amp's
don't
not
play.
working.
That's why we don't play metal, man.
Well, any kind of music. But this is why, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on your show. There's a few or four bands in between, and I know you. And I don't know who's the brainstem all this, but y'all stress enough about content. Even though this show happens every Sunday, regardless if you have a guest, if you have nothing, blah blah blah. When it comes to zombies eating sheep, when you first find out that y'all have a show, it's presented so well done that it becomes like like you would think you were a touring band and this is your time around.
Oh wow, thank you,
know?
man.
Oh, thank
we
you.
do try.
No,
what are
but
you
I'm
saying
saying-
thank you for, man? You don't do any of that.
I do all of it, baby. I'm the brains behind this. Thank you,
Maydan's
bro.
actually got to
Oh,
cash the
see
checks.
it.
We write them.
I know
No,
you see
but
it.
what y'all do, and even though y'all only mainly play Southport, I try to do, but I have more than one venue.
Yeah.
We literally
So-
only play Southport. What do you mean
But,
mainly only?
but y'all don't just come out with an event page or, hey, we got a so-and-so show, we looking for openers.
Yeah.
When Zombies Eating Ship has a show, you know it full force on. You think it's a movie premiere at fucking AMC. Like,
Yeah.
and
Come
that's
on.
the kind of shit I try to do. But I have more than one venue I have to play around and, because I don't have that like patience like y'all do to where, I mean, y'all play 3-4 times a year. Every time in April, it
Well,
seems
dude,
like.
if all we did was
We-
throw
yeah,
up a
we don't
little
play very
card table and fucking slap some mayo on some sliced bread, man, we play more. But it really, to me, after one of my shows, I'm fucking exhausted, and that show is impossible for that show to be successful enough for everybody involved for me to feel like I should do that again. Like, because the amount of work, effort, and attention we put to everything, it's always a fucking letdown. So I just don't, I want to space those out. Like, I gotta forget before I go back in. I think everybody here is the same way. We give it so much that after I'm like, fuck. Because it's not like a tour. Like, if we got to put the time, energy, and effort into creating this show that we put on and then got to go do it around the world and get paid for it and do that same show 15, 20 times. Like, you see a stand-up comedian. It's an amazing 30 minutes they wrote. But they get to use that I almost said Johnny Carson. On all the night shows, they get to go around the world telling the same jokes. We build a set and a performance, and we only do it once. It's like all that work and effort and people practicing and music being made and concepts and costumes. And we do it one time, and then we never do it again. So it's like, yeah, I don't want to do that more than what we do maybe 2-3 times a year. Like, it's just not practical for us.
Well, Sam,
mentally.
Imagine that once a month.
Yeah, it's
Even-
impossible. You
I mean,
wouldn't
it's
be
not
able to,
impossible. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, but now we use my house as a practice space. And our first...
guys got fucking bread stuck to the walls and shit. All the pillows are busted.
No, it worked out really well, too. And that's something I always hope for in this thing, because we started, my first ever thing was in Jared's garage. So in my head, I was hoping that which buying a house or even a new car was never in my mind frame due to how I grew up. Due to how I grew up, I never thought any of that would happen. So to still be able to play music and host a practice is just mind-blowing. That could blow out anything ever. So hopefully that could still happen if my son wants to play music, because he plays on Jared's drum set every goddamn day.
Nice.
So hopefully he does, but it's one of those things to where I don't even want to wish that on him unless he, really got to be in a band. I don't wish that on anybody, man. Like, that shit consumes my brain. That's going to be the life and death of me right there.
Dude, speaking of which, Buku's postponed, so you can't see you there. You got a show, though, before the new Buku date.
Cancelled.
Is that still going on?
What?
You got a show at Twist.
Yes. Hopefully we get a couple of them before then.
You know when that is?
What?
You remember the date for the show? What
Twist?
you got coming up?
Yeah,
at
April
Twist?
24th.
April 24th.
4th.
Twist alarm, raise the death toll.
Yep.
Any surprises, or we can't find out yet?
No, I don't know. The last time I had a band hate me, because last time I was there, I threw a bunch of ashtrays and glass flew and hit everybody.
At Twist?
Yeah.
Oh, and they're letting y'all come back?
Well, yeah. I mean, who else is going to pull people around here in this city?
Oh,
They
good point.
pass rules. They pass rules because of you and Jared.
Well, and that's another thing, man. look, I mean,
Cake or whatever.
Yeah, you remember
No
the cake?
Oh, I
Got
heard.
cake
I still
everywhere.
hear about this fucking
That cake was
I
everywhere.
don't even go there anymore, and I hear about the goddamn.
I didn't get
cake.
enough credit for that too. I want to fucking put that fake cake I made for you was fucking awesome.
That
No, that
was
shit
awesome.
hurt.
Like, that's some thick foam.
That shit hurt because that wasn't a real cake. No, that's another thing, man. Not, you know, I know you comparing me to Danielle, but I really am grateful because, like, you know, Rob told me if any other band would have pulled that shit, it would have been like set, cut off, donezo. Twist of Lime, when I threw that, and I did it because I didn't think of the consequences, and I always think about it after, and I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I want to look cool, but I don't want to hurt nobody.
Dude, you would
when I
think-
threw the ashtray and it pegged somebody in the neck, I didn't think about the glass bouncing up.
Oh,
so
all
Sean
right.
that owns
Just
Twist
the
of Lime,
immediate impact of the glass
well,
smashing
yeah, I
into
was
the
thinking
neck.
like, you know, I grew up on wrestling, so when Sean came up and was like, "Hey man, look,"
Sean?
don't-
S-H-A-W-N, Sean?
I don't know that's how you spell the name. He was like, bro, if anybody else, man, you would have been banned from my bar, man. But because it was you, dude, that was fucking metal. Don't worry about it. Because I was like, bro, in my head, I have savings. I broke your ashtray, I'm going to buy it. I did it for the sake of the show. It was a prop. Dude, how much is an ashtray, bro?
I hope you got enough for a lawyer.
Yeah, I'll buy you 2 of them.
$8,000.
He thought it was cool. He's like, man, if anybody else was that, you wouldn't be able to come to my bar no more. And then it was like a dude that came up and said, hey, man, the shit bounced up, hit my girlfriend's neck. I was like, fuck, is she all right, man? Does she want a drink? Man,
I had to
I don't
bring
think
a
about
care
that.
package.
Right. Well, I did get made a care package for the
The
girlfriend.
part that I went, wow, he might be going overboard. When you were like begging people to destroy the place and like
Sorry, Rob, we're
apologize.
about to burn this bitch down.
No,
I'm like,
I'm gonna
damn.
just apologize right now because these fucking people are gonna destroy this place. You're gonna have to close down after we're done.
Dude.
And he was like trying
What's
to,
fucked up
like-
is I don't have that much influence. I mean, people think I have
I don't know,
influence.
man. There were like motherfuckers going bananas on the bar. At one point, I see you hit the ceiling. I thought the whole ceiling was about to
Zion
collapse.
was doing
Yeah,
push-ups.
right? God.
What's funny, that's actually a meme to us. Like, hey man, I'm appreciative to play here. I never thought I'd play here. Next song, let's burn this motherfucker down.
tip
Like,
the
I think
bartender and let's put out of work.
I think it's one of those things you have to say. I mean, you want the crowd to get bucked, but you also want to, I guess, not break. I mean, you want them to treat the bar as if they, like their own house.
Yeah, well, I've seen some of those people's houses.
Oh, yeah, it's disgusting.
They are treating it like
But
that.
I would tell you what, man, I hope old boy ain't listening. But the one thing I would say is about the sandwich one, and I thought about your comment. So the shit goes viral. I would say it goes. I mean, I don't know what viral is now, but it almost hit 100,000 views.
The sandwich thing?
Yeah, it
Wow.
has. I would say almost 80,000 views in a couple days. It was in countries.
I like when you post it and you're like, singer makes sandwich. It's him posting it. I know it is.
I know, but it's me. But I don't want to make it sound like it's me. But anyway,
Hey, that's
and this-
more
this
that's
shit-
more fucked up than wearing your own band shirt, all right?
This shit.
Just so you know.
Trying
this
to put
shit-
that tagline
but this
as a
shit
little
is like-
clickbait.
Wait,
I mean, it
wait,
went-
what
it-
was the tagline? Singer makes sandwich during
Yeah,
metal
death
Death
show?
metal.
Well, in each group,
Slamwich.
you got to make a different caption in each group, otherwise they will hit you for spam. So how I
Dude,
feel,
you got
so I
fucking
just make
figure it
different
out.
ones for each one. So
You gotta
however I'm
figure it
feeling,
out.
I go. So if I'm in a Slipknot group, this dude made a Slipknot sandwich. You know what I mean? Like,
This
So-
dude's more than just an incredible singer. He also
Well, what's
makes
crazy-
a good sandwich.
He made
but
a
what's
sandwich.
crazy is that there's a bunch of them to where I had to hit view translation because I mean it was in Mexico, Europe, all this stuff.
And it said, Arriba!
But no, you know what it said? That fat bitch with her shirt off looked like she wanted the sandwich. Look at that girl with the shirt off. And I was like, damn, Czar's the one that made fun of my boy. I was like, man, my dude had his shirt off, but everyone that went viral, some of them even wrote like, bro, look at that girl with no shirt on, man. She really wanted that sandwich. Only one person. I mean, you can look at it. I'm not trying to like over exaggerate. I mean, it has a lot of views. Only one person went, did he even take the wrapper off that cheese?
Oh,
I was like,
somebody
man.
Everybody
I
was looking at the
somebody paid
fat chick in the
attention.
background.
And then 2 people put, I bet you he copied off that guy making the omelet.
Oh, and you
I went,
went busted.
damn. I was like,
God.
no, I don't respond. And I try to tell the rest of the band that, like, don't respond to none of it.
Yeah.
You don't want to appear as if you got sand in your vagina. That's the worst thing you could do, is get coronavirus or have sand in your vagina.
Oopsie.
That's right.
Sandy one, pickle.
Is that still a thing?
What? Sand? Pretty sure. Pickle? Is pickle still a
here to
thing?
help.
I thought you said you listened to the show all the time.
On my way to the
called
Not
him.
real radio.
Called him Brawla's
I don't know. He's
Pickle's
on-
always on this show.
He's on hiatus since Mardi Gras. I haven't seen no
Vegetable
sign of.
oil, yeah.
He's got a coronavirus.
Yeah, he's. What do you got, pickle?
Vegetable oil, yeah.
You put
I'm
that
over
on.
here, baby.
You put that on Devin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh man, you staying next hour or what?
That's all my questions, bro.
Yeah, dude, we talked for an hour and like 10 minutes. What more you want from me?
Yeah, you shouldn't have brought up the Corey Feldman stuff.
Yeah,
because
you
now you went over your time.
Yeah, now I don't have that whole story for next hour. 'cause
You're
you
next
took
about
it.
my pledge.
Your what?
I got a GoFundMe going on.
Let's
you
hear
don't.
about it. Let's hear about it
You
next
need
hour.
Yeah,
pledge
he
like
ain't
to
going
wipe
nowhere.
down furniture? What are we talking about?
No, I got a GoFundMe I'm starting.
Who
For
don't?
what?
To get Not Real Radio off the air.
Hey, if somebody pays us, we'll stop doing the show.
Not
Cool.
real
Dude,
radio.
check him out.
$5.
Brawler with Raise the Death Toll. He may or may not be here when you get back. But one guy who definitely will be here when we get back. And right now, he's DJ Mayday.
Not Real Radio 213, Friday the 13th special. We have another reading from the Black Iron Prison. Also, we have PPVGuys, Not Real Entertainment Minute. Not Real Minute, Not Real Entertaining. Not Real Radio, Friday the 13th. Stay tuned.
A reading from the Black Iron Prison. We're mostly blind. But this isn't really your fault, it's because of the shell of meat we happening to live in right now. Think, for just a moment, at the nearly infinite amount of things happening right now all around us. I'm sure you can think of quite a few things. Now, let's talk about them. You can't see any of the infrared or ultraviolet light spectrum. Unfortunately, this cuts out quite a lot of things your eyes were built to see. Sorry about that. You can hear anything below 20 Hz, or above 20 kHz. You can definitely feel about 12 Hz, if you play it really loudly. Go on, give it a try. With just those two examples, if you hadn't before, now you can really start to understand all the stuff you simply can't perceive. I'm sure you can think of 5 more examples of an immense class of things that you can't notice are right in front of you. But it gets worse. Stop for a moment, and try to notice as many possible things in your environment that you can, simultaneously. Notice that, as you start to identify more and more objects, sounds, smells, and tactile sensations, you can't keep them in your head all at once. When you notice, for example, the pressure of your shoe against the ball of your foot, that distant bird chirping seems to fade from your attention. And let's not forget about how much stuff you weren't paying attention to when you started reading this. Let's face it, we all live our lives with blinders on. We only allow ourselves to pay attention to 1% of what we physically can perceive, which is an infinitesimally small percentage of all the stuff in the universe. And that fraction of a percent is what we usually call reality. We call it real, as if it's an unshaking firmament of solid truth, that what we see is all that's really out there. But you're not even paying attention to the 99% of stuff that you can even sense. And this reality is what we base our judgments on how the universe works and what should be out there. We construct our actions and reaction to this 1% of available information, and reject everything else in the universe. And then some authority comes along, and tells you that they know what's really real, and that you should do as they do. Talk about the blind being led by the blind, or in this case, the blind being led by the incredibly stupid. So, what's the answer? Would it be best to try our best to see everything, all at once? Is the solution to try and tear down all the filters, to let your brain accept, acknowledge, and perceive every bit of information that comes your way? Would that help? Are you kidding? It would completely shut down your brain. Trying to identify, recognize, and notice every single thing happening, all at once, all the time, would completely incapacitate you. And let's not forget that, due to physiology, it's still impossible to perceive a great deal of the universe, anyway. And because it's totally impractical to try and simultaneously perceive what little bits of the universe our senses can pick up, In order for us to function in our lives, we are forced to shut out certain things. But who, what, is choosing the things we do perceive at any given moment? That, my friends, is the question. Was it your parents? Was it the years you spent in school? Was it the TV? Was it a band? Was it a book you read? Was it a preacher you heard? Was it the kid who pushed you down when you were 5? All of the above. The way you see the world, my friend, is a patchwork quilt of individual experiences, shaping the way your mind works. Round these parts, we call these things the bars and walls of your black iron prison. Now, before you go on with the idea that all this is somehow negative and depressing, let's break down the phrase. We're not saying it's an iron prison that is black, bleak, that you're in because you're being punished for some sort of karmic wrongdoing. Rather, what's being said is that in order to function in your day-to-day life, there are necessary limitations your body and mind impose on your perceptions. That's the prison. The phrase black iron refers to cold wrought iron, which is strong, usually shaped by hand, and often beautiful. But back to the main question, then, and the issue of who chooses your perceptions. Of course, the large answer is, your entire life up to this point. The patchwork quilt referred to above, stitched panels of the things you have learned, whether they were imprinted, conditioned, or learned, either consciously or subconsciously. But that's a bit too large. What it comes down to, is that you are the one in charge of your prison. It's you that has shaped the black iron bars that let you see the small parts of the universe that you base your decisions upon. Sure, you can say that it's not your fault that your parents raised you as a racist redneck, for example. But it is your fault if you take that as a given, as if that bar in your cell is a permanent thing, something that's been there since before you were born. But wait, there's more. The guy sitting next to you, they're focusing on completely different things than you are. Their entire upbringing has pretty much determined what they're going to pay attention to, just as your entire life up to this point has shaped what you're looking at right now. You know what this means, right? This means that everyone is living in a different idea of the universe than everyone else. It's a miracle that we can agree on anything. Just imagine, billions of people, all looking out at a different universe from between the bars of their own personal prison. Okay, big guy, you say, so what's really out there? If you're so smart, I have to tell you. I don't know. I have the same blinders that you do. I live in the same kind of box. But I will say one thing. My saying I don't know doesn't mean I don't know, and I don't care. Because there's no way to escape the biology of my sense. I say, I don't know, but I want to find out. I want to try and see and feel as much as I can. I don't want to take somebody's word for it. I want to keep exploring, and figuring shit out. I want to walk out of my prison cell, even if I just end up in another one. I'm not content only seeing a fraction of what's out there. Because hey, who knows what kind of fun I'm missing. This has been a reading from the Black Iron Prison. You are listening to Not Real Radio.
We are Popcorn, Piss, and Vinegar, and this is the Not Real Entertainment Minute. Not Real Minute, Not Real Entertaining. My name's Chris.
Scott.
JB4.
So, on the horizon is the second season of The Mandalorian. And like the first season, we're getting rumors that there's going to be another star-studded list of directors that are going to be directing. Yeah, they're going to be directing episodes of The Mandalorian. Bryce Dallas Howard, there's rumoring that she's going to return. She did one of the episodes in the first season. Mm-hmm. They're saying Robert Rodriguez and also James Mangold, which the latter came out and said, hey, look, I don't know where you guys are getting this report, but it's bullshit. Like, Favreau hasn't even talked to me about directing an episode.
So he didn't say he wasn't interested. He just said nothing's happening.
Right. He said he wasn't. He didn't say that he wasn't interested. He just said, hey, look, I don't know where people are coming up with this stuff.
They're saying it seems 2 degrees of separation from a Lucasfilm property, right? Like, I think the Indiana Jones news cross-pollinated with Star Wars, and people just assumed he'd. That's my guess.
I don't know.
Or some fanboys are just making shit up.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, I think anything that says we got it covered or ain't it cool, I mean, normally is kind of like, is highly suspect of being bullshit.
But he'd
Usually
be a
ain't
good
cool.
choice, though. Independent of all that, he'd be great for The Mandalorian. He did 310 to Yuma. You know, I think he'd be a great choice.
We'll give you some additional thoughts on Mangold and such when you listen to our latest episode, which will cover a whole, cornucopia of bullshit.
Mangold. Sounds like balls.
But yeah, but look, we'll
Hard
go ahead
sell.
and, yeah, right, hard sell. So look, we'll go ahead and we'll just end it on this. But look, we appreciate you guys listening. Make sure to jump over to YouTube and iTunes and check out Popcorn, Piss, and Vinegar and Not Real Radio. Thanks for listening and seeing.
All right, PPV guys. Dude, if we didn't have the announcement that Charlie Sheen is a cooking oil rapist and the coronavirus pretty much took away I'm not going to blame the virus. Authorities decided the best way to handle a virus that's going around is to take away all of our entertainment and unnecessary things.
God, they sure did. They took it all away.
The distraction, I'll call it.
The only things that make life tolerable.
They took away all the distractions to give you a major distraction.
Oh, jeez.
If all that wasn't enough, right, going on this week, which made the week extremely long. The amount of news that was coming through every day and like major things, not like little things.
Right.
You know,
It's like,
they
hey-
made sure they canceled the basketball game as they were on live television.
Right,
Like
right.
things happened this week that were just very odd.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of things
It was
rapidly.
just a coincidence, Artome.
I mean, Tom Hanks, he did great as Mr. Rogers. Now he plays Patient Zero. Like, there's just a lot of things that
He has
happen.
the coronavirus, right?
Yeah, him and his wife.
Nolan.com article pops up, and there's a picture of Kane. I'm like, what the hell?
So that's
Like,
how you
what
saw
did he
it?
do?
Somebody sent me, and I'm like, what is this?
So I started reading the article. Kane got arrested for spray painting Synagogue of Satan 1418. I don't know what the 1418 thing is. I never dove deep enough
they tell you
into
what it
that.
means.
They do? Not in the article I read. And a swastika and a red cross on the side of a Mandeville synagogue.
So 14.
In 2018, this happened.
You didn't read? So 14 is I can't pronounce it word by word.
You're
but
doing
it's
a good
14,
job.
I know it's 14. It's 14 words that a Jewish killer wrote.
Oh.
18 is the H is the 18 letter, and that means Hail Hitler.
Oh, I got you. All right. Well, he did that. He got arrested. I think he's out now. Must have posted bail, whatever. He's got a court date coming up.
Damn.
And I'm like, holy shit, man, this sucks.
Right? That's wild.
Because, like, we all knew back then, we all like, man, Kane, this dude's wild. Like, he really
Right.
into this shit.
Yeah.
Like, right? I figured
I didn't think he was to that level of it.
he's a kid. I don't want to say a kid. He's not a kid. We keep calling grown men kids, but I
Right.
guess it's just different now that I'm so fucking old. At 20 seems like a
Right,
little
right.
kid. At 20, I thought I was a grown adult.
Right.
Thought I was.
And
right?
he seemed innocent too. He had that like
Right. I just thought, man, I read some fucked up books. I read a lot of books and had ideologies for 5 minutes that are not really great and healthy. Like,
Well, that shit got him
I
kicked
wanted to
off.
understand things, like major things in life. So I went and read books and
Right.
got interested in a lot of things that people would, I don't know, I guess the average person wouldn't. But I never adopted anything as like a belief, or I just thought he was always doing things to be kind of shocking, and that was an edgy belief or whatever. It's something he could find his little niche in, and that's what he was doing. And it might not be the case, I don't know. But when I seen this, I'm like, oh man, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, you were
Right.
acting out on this? I
Right.
just thought it was like
Yeah.
a phase or wardrobe or style.
Right.
I didn't think it was a lifestyle,
Or
right?
just something to fight with people
What-
online about to give
what if-
something to
what if
do.
you're-
And I'm like, damn, you went that far. Like, I felt bad. Like, damn, you went all the way, man.
Well,
The
if you
reason
remember,
I felt-
he got kicked off of a South Park Hall show for this last year.
Yeah.
There's different stuff to me, and I know people are not going to agree with this, and I'm okay with that. I understand I'm in a very small minority, but I think everybody deserves or has the right to have the beliefs they have. Like, it's not, I don't think a good belief or something you should have is hate for another person based on like things that they haven't done bad to you. But it does get to a point in life where I'm like, if each group preaches not to like the other groups or that the other groups are going to have a worse outcome than them, like Christianity is like, some forms of it, we go to heaven, and if you don't accept this, you go to hell.
Well, I
and I'm
guess
like,
in
that's hard. That's hate to me, and that's putting yourself over other
Is
people.
somebody on the phone?
I don't know. Who's this?
Hey, man, is this me?
Perfect timing, Greg. What's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm calling to speak to that basis of the Absent Project, man.
Well, he's not here tonight. Brawla's here.
Hey, it's me, Jody. What's going on, man? I just quit Small Empty Soul. What's going on, man?
Hey, Jody, man, I just want to say, man, the breakup from Absent Project to Smile Empty Soul is the best career move you've made, man. I mean, look,
Well, I tell
2020
you
is
what,
pretty
man.
fucking
Listen.
rough,
I appreciate all my fans out there, even though I'm 40, reaching 45. I tell you what, I wanted to be in a band for so long and touring, and then I realized that 12 Stones wasn't all that because I didn't get all the credit.
Man, I saw you up there on 12 Stones. I'm like, man, Jody, you just don't fit, man. You need something a little heavier, man. Like, if you can get, like, Puddle of Mud, man, I would just get a whole bunch of friends to, like, mosh out to that shit, man.
Well, I appreciate it, but if you would know, my birth name is Jeff. When I got my transsexual surgery, that's when I became Jody.
All right, man. Look, I was a fan, but now you're talking about that trans stuff, man. And, you know, you guys don't believe in science, but then y'all are bitching about not believing in science with all this corona stuff, man. Hold on, let me wash my hands real quick, man. I got to wash my hands.
Yeah, please do.
Why don't you wash your throat? Because it sounds like you got Kevin's dick in it.
Whoa.
Man, let me tell you something, man. You're talking about a bunch of stuff that fucking take that shit down the decadence, man.
Man, Greg, you're going to be playing a huge July 3rd show with the
I can't
Yardbirds,
fucking
right?
wait, man. I mean, look, if it's not canceled with all this corona bullshit, I'm just saying, look, if y'all come to the Yardbirds, man, just fucking sanitize your nutsack, man. That's all we ask, right?
All right.
What you think about Corey Haim getting raped by Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, it was great. Man, let me tell you something, man. I laughed my shaft off at that man on 2.5 Men, man. Let me tell you something, man. I was laughing, diabetic gas, so man, we would get some KFC fried chicken bucket family meal, you know, comes with the 2 sides of macaroni, 2 sides of mashed potatoes. I'd out on the french fries, because sometimes they're a little soggy, man. Me and diabetic gas, man, she'd laugh so hard, man, she'd lose 15 pounds right on the spot, man.
So it must have been upset to hear that somebody enjoyed their work.
It does, man. It does. But, you know, there's so much of that shit going on around Hollywood and stuff like that, man. You know, it's just, you know what it is, man? It's absolutely fucking disgusting.
None of that goes on in Brobridge.
No, man. You know what? Crawfish capital the word, man. I mean, the worst thing you're going to happen in Beaubridge is somebody puts mayonnaise on your hamburger when you don't ask for mayonnaise, man.
Well, they said Bro Bridge is code for Boy Bridge.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Take it down the decadence, man. I was a huge fan, and sometimes, you know,
it's canceled.
remember fucking when
Everything's
Ninja Turtles
canceled.
came out and they did that rock show, man, and Donatello only played the 1-string bass, man. That's what you're gonna fucking end up doing, man.
That was Corey Feldman, not Corey Haim.
Huh?
Yeah, man. Greg, what are you and Diabetic Ethel going to be doing to pass the time while the quarantine's
Well, you know,
happening?
we're hunkering down, just like Margaret Hoare says. You know, it's like a nationwide hurricane around here, man. I did go to Rouse's. Toilet paper aisle looked like fucking Corey Haim got fucking raped in it, man. Empty, man. Like a wind tunnel up in there, man. Just like his asshole, man. Let me tell you something, man. And yeah, I bought some Chef Boyardee ABC 123. They didn't have the full size, so I got the miniature, man. I got some beefaroni, and I also got some hearty soup, man, because they say eat your vegetables, man. You know, diabetic Ethel, man, she's just all about that batter. She said, Greg, can you go and get me just some fried chicken batter? I said, you need to shut up, you fat bitch. It's coronavirus, man.
All right, Greg. Thanks for calling, dude.
But yeah, but no problem, man. But you know, yeah, we're just washing our hands, having sex, washing our hands. Everything's pretty much closed down except for the Golden Corral. You know, we got the chicken nugget bonanza coming up, man, and, you know, no coronavirus, no scars or SARS or whatever. Sounds like SARS and SARS, you know, man. Maybe you're a fucking disease, SARS.
I know I
Maybe
am.
so.
I think so.
Well, I don't know. You know, the the chicken nugget banana is still going on, man. I mean, they said they didn't get a shipment of ranch, which pisses off diabetic Ethel. But you know what? That fat bitch doesn't need no ranch, man.
All right, man. Don't talk about your wife like
He
that.
loves
Come on.
it. She knows. She's okay with it.
She's in a
she's fine with
diabetic
it, man.
coma
She's
right
fine
now.
with it. Well, Jody, man, I just want to say, man, I'm still a big fan, man, of the Innocent Project, of 12 Stones. Even if you go play bass for like Green Jelly or something like that, man, I'd still be a fucking fan of yours, man. So keep fucking playing.
Well, I'm hoping my
I'm sorry to
first
cut you off,
band,
man. What's
if you remember, I was in Surface, but also I was in Organized Hostility, and I'm hoping we'll get a comeback during that days, during them ill days, and maybe we can reopen Cypress Hall.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, man, I got a real cool connect at 92.3. His name is Daniel Murray. He's a really nice guy, man. I'll pass it on to him, and maybe, y'all get like a radio deal or something, man. I just want success for you, man.
Well, I appreciate it, but also, man, during this coronavirus, me and my kid, we're making tie-dye shirts, and we're going to be selling them for $10.
People's kids, come on.
Man, look, go put that tie-dye. Do it for me, man. Do it for me. We got a lot of trees up Bridge. I don't know if you got a lot of trees, or a booty, wherever you live, man. But I'm just saying, man, put on that tie-dye and go hug a fucking tree for me, man, because that's all the tie-dyes are good for, man.
Well, I appreciate it, because even though I played a low end, we're on some low times right now, and I have a GoFundMe to help my career get started. So I was in 12 Stones, a Smile Empty Soul. I'm trying to play bass for Puddle of Mud, man, so send it out there, man. My IGM is Jody High Roller Bass Crawler.
All right.
I will, man, and stop getting tattoos, man. You're good looking of a dude to ruin your fucking skin with tattoos, man. I know you're a fucking rock star. You play bass, which is the least talented fucking instrument, by the way. Saying, man, look, maybe get like a new haircut or something, man,
All right, well, look, man, I appreciate it, and I support all my fans out there. Look, I'm in an ICP cover band, and we're playing at Twist of Slime on July 23rd.
All right, man.
Man, I'll be there, man. And if it's a $15 cover, guess what, man? I'm such a big fan. I'll pay $30 to get in, man.
Well, it's $20 and a bottle of Faygo.
Hey, man, I got you on that, man. I'll stop at Dollar General on the way, because I'm a highway warrior, man. I got to stop at all. I'll get you a Faygo from fucking Bow Bridge all the way down to Metairie, man.
Well, I appreciate it. And also, man, if you can, I'm in a contest to be the bass player for Trapped. If you can put 50 likes on my Instagram.
Didn't make fun
Man,
of yourself.
you're just naming like all these badass bands that I'm a huge fan of, man. I mean, it would blow my fucking asshole up right now if you say you're trying out for 3 Days Grace, man.
Well, I don't have that much hair to try out for 3 Days Grace, but I'm trying to get in that band RA, so I'm trying to get in Raw.
Raw, man, like the RA, like VCR full tapes, man, with the dog.
No, like the Egyptian god in Greek mythology.
Oh, man, I tell you, man, you were just impressing the fuck out of me, man. I don't even know if I'm worthy being on the same phone line as you during the corona, man.
That one fucking got me. Oh, he got me. Oh, fuck.
I don't even get why it was so funny.
Because he's like, in Greek mythology.
No, he said Egyptian god.
I'm the Egyptian god, like in the Greek mythology.
That's all like Jesus stuff, man. I know all about that, man. That's Corinthians 3:16, man. 3:16.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you being a fan, man. I'm about 500 pounds away from being the bass player of House of Goats.
Oh, man, let me tell you something, man. So, I don't know what. I can't get in contact with any of them, man. One of them is doing drugs. The other one's doing craft beer. And I'm not sure what fucking K-Goat's doing. He's probably sucking some dude off at Decadence, He likes all that shit and all that, I don't even know if that wants his hands, man. He's probably got corona.
Well, no, I know that K-Goat guy, man. He's very upset that Mark Magneto never got him a chicken tender deal while the show's at Southport. So he fucking put a hate crime out on Southern Brutality and that show over there and blamed it on Kane.
Okay.
Let me tell you, man. Man. They got an event coming up that I'm fucking stoked about. Somewhere in Alabama, man. It's in July, not even close to Halloween. But John Target's putting on a dress like a ghost fest, man. I don't know what that's all about.
No.
Well, speaking of Kane, man, and all the trouble, I bet he did not see that coming.
He did it, man. I tell you, man, that boy went to the FBI and all that shit, man. I just found out about all that, man. Shit.
Oh man, well, good talking to you.
Hey man, I got a
Greg.
joke for you. My buddy Kane told me this one. You ready?
Is this?
I'm gonna end it with this one.
ahead,
You want to hear a joke that Kane taught me?
Yeah, man.
All right. When Hitler was a baby, how did he tie his shoe?
I don't know, man. You got me stumped, man.
And itty bitty Nazis.
Oh, man, that's clever.
Okay.
That's fucking clever, man.
Thanks for tuning
you,
in.
man. Then I'm going to get off the phone, Jody, because I respect you and I want your time to promote yourself on this radio station. How do Chinese parents name their kids, man?
How?
They throw pots and pans down the stairs, man. Ching, ching, dong, ching, bong, ching.
All right.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Well, I'll tell you what, man.
man,
This
look.
is Jody
Well,
High
look.
Roller, man. If it ain't the bass, it's not an ace. That means it's a queen
Well, I tell you,
or
man,
a king,
you just
and it's
said high
lower than
roller.
anything.
Okay.
You just said high roller, man. We're going to have to do a date maybe after one of these sold-out shows, man. Me and you are going to go to Treasure Chest Casino, get that breakfast buffet. Then we'll go do some penny slots, man. We'll walk out there with about $50, man. We'll go to the strip club, man. I'll show you how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Well, when you've been as many bands as I've been, since this is Jody talking, we refer to pussies as slot buckets.
God,
I like that
okay,
too,
what
man.
the fuck?
Okay. Hey, man, you know how to find
Y'all
the
give me the
fucking vagina
virus.
on a fat bitch?
Well, when you play in the bands that I played in, all we got was fat bitches. But hey, man,
Well, I
quality
tell you
over
what.
quality.
Fuck, man, stop.
Oh, we call them around Bow Bridge gremlin puss, man, because they're fat.
Okay.
Hey, I've been to
And you
Bro
can't
Bridge,
see
man.
them
When I
after midnight.
played with 12 Stones, the only venues we could get in Louisiana was Bro Bridge, and all you gotta do is shake a bottle full of OxyContin, and that's what they call the Bro Bridge mating call.
Man, they'll come running, man. They'll come running. They'll come running. And they'll be swallowing, man. They'll be swallowing them pills, man.
Oh, God, okay.
Is that how
All
you
right, well,
met
look,
your
I'm
wife?
gonna get going. What's that? That's how I met her. I bet she was pre-diabetes. You know, she was pre-diabetes. But yeah, you know, she was fine, piece of ass, and then she just got. You know, it seemed like overnight, man. She just gained like 20 pounds one night, and then it was like 60 pounds, and then you know what? I was like, damn, you're a fat bitch, man.
And then when she eats too much salt, man, her ankles are as big as her ass.
Man, look, she got so much fucking fluid up in them fucking ankles, man. I just went over tankles, man. That bitch got fluid-filled ankles, man.
Oh man, that shit going around.
It's going around like the corona, man. But look, Jody, man, you are the number one musician in my fucking heart and in this goddamn city, man. I mean, you know, I don't understand why Chris Chaos don't play on the radio, man, because you fucking deserve fucking to be on the radio every hour, every song, every segment. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk to Daniel Mary for him. But, man, Jody, I fucking love you, man. Hopefully we become bros and maybe do some, you know, extracurricular activities like go gambling and crawfish bowls and maybe go throw some darts. Maybe even go fucking bowling, man.
Well, tell me something I don't know, brother, because my next album, I'm playing bass on the Jimmy's Chicken Shack reunion album.
He turned into
man,
like
that's one
Macho
of my
Man for a
favorites.
second.
What's going on here?
Dude, we established Brawler's not real good at voices.
Yeah, very
Bro,
few.
this is
I think he
Jody.
nailed the Instagram, but the voice wasn't good.
No, you did good on that, man. You did good on that, man. I saw that stage dive you did, man. That shit was impressive.
Oh, well, good shit, Greg, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey, man, I love you guys, man. Y'all have a good show, man. Tell Jared fucking the general. I promoted general. I said, Jared, you need a promotion. I said, I'm going to promote you to a general in my friendship army, man. Tell that dude what's up, man.
Will do. I know. We couldn't get Jared tonight.
Everybody's
we
stealing
stuck
Jared.
with Brawler.
That's all right. All right, not real radio. All right, Jody, man. I love you, man. Keep fucking doing them low. And then you turn up that knob, and it's like bling, 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 bling. It's just fucking, it makes my ears have an orgasm, man.
Wow.
Well, thank you, man, because I'm the last guy that's wearing Dickie shorts with the cell phone pockets.
No problem, man. And, you know, no homo, but you're fucking cute, man. I'll see you guys later, man. Y'all have a good show.
Later, man.
I appreciate it, man. Long live.
Long
couldn't
live
think of-
what?
Gadzooks.
Jeez, oh, man. Oh, God, y'all too. To finish up on Kane here, That was perfect. It gave me a break for a second.
Right.
To
This one
finish
was
up
say on
with
the
this,
Kane thing.
the
Can I
last
say
thing.
this?
Wait, no, because Mark Stone asked me and told me about the responsibility you have when you're on a microphone.
Wait, who's
and
Mark Stone?
That's a guy. He wasn't very happy with the fact that we still had Kane's promotion up.
Oh, that's that guy that commented on Not Real Radio. Do you want me to read the post or no?
I don't want to get into it. But he
Okay.
did make me aware you do have a responsibility. So I was going to talk about it anyway, and the way I feel about it is that he fucked up. Like he did. He's going to have consequences to pay from that, and that's just the way it goes. But as far as like my support for him, this happened. It was 2 years ago. We all knew he was doing some fucked up, not doing fucked up shit, but it had fucked up ideology.
Weird beliefs and all that,
Right?
yeah.
And everybody, all of us kind of stayed at a distance. But over the last, since we've known him probably a year, maybe a year and a half, he seemed like a good kid that was just looking for something at that point.
Right.
You
Something
could
to
tell.
belong
I want to
to,
say he was lost. He was just like in a transitional phase. And if I thought that he was that kid from 2 years ago, now, no, we wouldn't be promoting him or having, I want to just say, like, having his back.
Right,
But it
right.
seemed like he really did make change. He was fucked up. He got in with a bad crowd that happens to a lot of people. Like, if he would have lived in a different area or been a different person, he would have been possibly in the Crips.
Right. And I think
or
there was
something like
heavy
that.
influencing going on and maybe even brainwashing.
So if he was that person since I met him or got to know him, we probably wouldn't even consider Kane a friend.
No, I didn't like him back
I would
then.
have been
was
like,
this
I would have
kid's
found it
fucking-
interesting and like, oh, just like everybody who clicked to read that article, you see something, you're like, oh shit, that's fucking far. It's interesting because it's so fucking different, and you read about it. But we wouldn't have been that close. I could tell, like, he never seemed like, I didn't think he would have went and did, something like that. And I don't condone that. One, you don't fuck up people's property.
Right.
And then two, you made people uncomfortable and threatened them.
Right,
So
you scared
now
them and they're
he's
building
gonna
worship.
have to deal with the repercussions of doing that. Like everything he feels right now, if he's feeling isolated or everybody's against him thing, like that's the way he made other people feel when they read that. So there is hell to pay for your mistakes. And if you get by life and you never have to pay for your mistakes, you're the lucky one, because most people do. Everything you do, it's usually twice as hard of to get out of it or to get back to even. And if you go into debt and it takes you a year, it's going to take you 5 to 10 to get out of debt. It takes your penance that you pay for the mistakes you make in life, your bad ideologies, your day-to-day mistakes you make, your selfishness. You pay for all those things. And most of the time, the price you pay, you don't feel like it was worth what you did. And that's kind of how you learn from it. If everything you did, you just suffered a little bit from your mistakes or your evilness or selfishness. If you just paid a little bit for those mistakes, then you would never learn. You just keep doing it. We'd live in a worse world than we're already living today. But since there is hell to pay and there is consequences on earth live in your life, regardless of what happens later, like I do believe in a sense of karma. And when it doesn't come back to get you and it builds, when it does come back, it's going to be even worse. So if Kane suffers some consequences from this, whatever they may be, man, just go through it. Like, understand what you did. Understand that you are doing to people now what people are doing to you. And you got to, like, hold your head up high, pay your consequences. But as a person, I'm not going to abandon the kid now. Like, I can't do that. I'm going to call him kid again. I don't think he's a kid. I think he's a man. I'm not going to abandon him now. I can't do that. Like, I think of now, he needs to see that people aren't different or evil, or I don't put people in groups. Like, I wonder, I don't know, but I wonder if this Mark Stone guy felt the same way when they were spray painting on the monuments. Like, I understand those monuments might not have meant everything to everybody, but they were breaking the law and they were defacing property that wasn't yours and being hateful in response to hate. Like, more hate and more exclusion or cutting people off or being an asshole to them, more of that doesn't solve the problem.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
The same people who hate Kane hated Kane and hate that ideology as much as the ideology hates them. And it's just the groups of people hating each other. It's like, fuck, man, I don't belong to a group, so I don't go around hating groups. I hate individuals. Plenty of them. Most of them belong in groups. But it's like, man, I won't, do that. Like, did feel weird. Like, I didn't even think about it. When I saw our article, I'm like, oh, fuck, Kate. I wasn't even thinking of this show and that. Man, we did one show after that. Literally one show we did last week after that show. And that show was already like a month behind me. There's so much shit going on, so much happening. That show seemed far removed.
Yeah.
I kind of can understand where the guy went, oh, man, they're still promoting this guy. Like, if we would have had him on tonight and exploited the fuck out of the fact that he did something horrible, you know, did something illegal and hateful, if we had him on tonight to promote, did the Corey Feldman thing, like, oh, we're going to have this guy who was on NOLA.com. That's fucking some sleazy shit that I ain't all about. Yeah. We had him on 2 weeks ago. Before
we didn't
this,
know that he did this, first of all.
Right, we didn't know he did it.
That guy knew before it got out that he did that?
No, he sent us he posted on our thing today and said that we had this guy's post still up on our page, that we should take it down because that dude's a racist or not.
After it came out.
And
you were still promoting the...
Because he found...
But we weren't still promoting it. That post was already there.
He probably saw the article about Kane, looked him up on Facebook, and found us through searching his name, and then was like, why does this website, or, why does this radio station, he called it a radio blog, why does this blog have this kid's picture on there? Why are they promoting him if he's a Nazi? He didn't realize, I guess, that was from weeks ago, and we fucking didn't know what we were promoting. The kid denounced Nazism and said he's not a Nazi. So if I see the change in him, everybody else sees the change in him. He's got a lot of support from the local scene, even ones that have been very intolerant in the past are giving him a chance. It's like, fuck, if they can give him a chance to be better and change his life, I think he's young enough to fucking do it and turn it around. Like, why would you write him off? Instead of saying, give this kid give this young person a chance to fucking be good, So yeah, I want to help Kane. I want to be there for him.
He announced that he did it back then when he was young and dumb, right? I mean, and they just found out. I'm just trying to think for
so
this
he
song
did
from
do
Post.
like he did a public apology after he got out, right?
Back then,
but.
No,
I don't
just
know.
now.
What is
He
back
didn't get
then?
arrested back then.
Just
They
now,
just found
after
out
the
about
news
it 2
article.
years later.
After the news article, he put out an apology, right? But that wasn't the first one. When he first got back on Facebook, he made a thing like, "Hey, man, I was going through some mental health issues. I was dealing with a lot of shit. I was an asshole.
Look who his
and
dad
I hope
is.
you don't. I hope you don't judge me for how I was, and you give me a second chance."
And he
Something
says,
like
I'm
that.
not that person anymore.
So that's
he
old, too.
declared that.
He'd been saying it. Because one of the guy's argument was, well, yeah, of course he made a public apology now. And it's like, yeah, well, fuck. I mean, he made one before, too. Like, I don't know.
But he wasn't around.
Once
so he didn't
again,
know.
the
Well,
guy
he said
didn't.
being
The guy
younger.
didn't listen to the show. He doesn't know us. I spoke out against it last week when I was like, "How come he gets a pass?" You remember?
Yeah,
I
you
was
did. You
just
said, why
saying,
does
it's like,
Kane get a pass? And then you fucking willed him to get arrested for
no,
something
I
he
did
did 2
not.
years ago.
Jesus, Allie, why would you?
Maybe
put
you made
something-
him feel guilty enough to turn himself in.
Maybe what you're doing is more fucked up than what he did. Jesus
I'm
Christ!
just joking. God.
Pin that shit on me.
I'm just
That's
joking.
dumb.
Come on, Zartome. Not joking, but I'm just making a false
Things we talk about on this show never come true. I mean, it's not a virus going around because people are getting in contact with each other when I told them to stay away. Oh, did you hear on the news?
No. What?
Did you hear on the news about the wine? They can't have the magic chalice at church.
I guess not.
Yeah, you can't do that no more. I don't even think you can go to
You
church
can't even
right
get
now.
the fucking... Yeah, you can't go to church because of the number of people in there. And you also
even God can't save you from the coronavirus.
You can't take the host because the priest's hand's touching
Pretty
it.
much what's happening right now is what I was preaching a couple of months ago before I got the flu.
Priest's going to wear them gloves.
The what?
He's going to wear them fucking latex and change a pair of gloves for each person when he touches the bread.
And all them young boys.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Due to
Know what that
coronavirus,
means.
they're not allowed to touch boys or anybody. Anyway, how do we get back to what we were saying? So, Kane, we fucking
Yeah, I
hoping
think we
for the
finished.
best. Yeah, we're hoping for the best, dude.
Man, I'm not gonna abandon him and not promote him. Like, it's just silly. I don't. I think that's. I don't know.
What was
It'd be
being part of the
different if he
problem.
was currently saying, I'm a Nazi. No, we're not
Yeah.
gonna fucking. But he's saying, I'm not that and I'm sorry. So I'm like, well, it's cool. I'll give you a
And
chance.
we know, because we were understood all around him long enough, we know that this is not something that magically happened. He didn't go to jail, find Jesus, and come out spreading the good word. He went to jail, he became a Hare Krishna, and then came out. No, but anyway.
But it happened months ago, though,
right.
his transformation.
So what's the cliff note of that? You cool
cliff
with
note?
You cool with him?
Yeah, we like him.
Cool with him, yeah. I want him to succeed. I think he's a great talent. And I think somebody like him who has, I'll say, all right, so everybody's got deficiencies. His deficiencies, if he learns to compensate for them, he could be a freakishly talented guy. He could do great things. I think he's just got to go through that struggle of finding that maybe he can't
what's his
find
age right
himself
now?
through
He
some
turned
group.
20 in January.
Oh fuck, man!
Yeah,
he's
he's very,
gonna
very
make like
young.
5 more changes.
Yeah, hopefully he just
Right.
doesn't document them on people's walls.
And I just want to say one more thing about the whole effect we're talking about bullying and stuff like that. Him throughout his life, because of the problems that he had, kids weren't fucking nice. So you got to realize too that when fucking kids are mean to other kids for being different or being weird or being this or
You
that,
hit them with a stick.
can you let me finish? That they end up fucking falling into groups like that because those are the only people that'll take them in and make them feel like they're a part of something. And it's sad because I really do think Kane was never a bad person, that he just got sucked in because he was fucking pushed to that point by society rejecting him. Like, okay, you want me to be an outcast?
Nobody takes
That's what I am.
responsibility. So Kane's not responsible for his
No, he
actions,
is. I'm
and
just,
nobody
no,
is.
no,
It's
no,
just
no, no.
society
Stop
thing.
it.
I'll
He
give you
is
13
responsible.
reasons
Let
why
me finish.
Kane's not.
Shut the fuck up. He is responsible for his actions, but I just want to let people know that society contributes to creating people like that. Does that make sense? To turning good people into shit like
No,
that.
I hear a
it
lot
makes
of people saying that.
Okay, whatever. I don't care.
You got to take personal responsibility.
Yes, I did. He did that. He shouldn't have done that. That was fucking ridiculous. Yeah. You don't do stuff like that. Okay, I'm with you. I'm saying that since I would hope he really did make that change, it feels like he did, then he's not going to do anything like that ever again. It's just sad that 2 years later, something like that comes back on him. I just feel like he's really trying, you know?
Well, look at Bill Cosby.
That's true. I guess, yeah,
What?
I guess you can never escape your... Well,
No,
you can
but
never
why
Why do
escape
we
your
always
past.
go? We started off
you
with
can
Bill
never escape
Cosby.
your
I'm
but
not going
saying,
back
like,
to
when you-
him.
No, what I'm saying is like you see somebody like Kane.
Go have
like,
a pudding pop.
Like I feel like you have a smaller gap of when you could fuck up and when you could have atonement for it nowadays, because you know, like Charlie Sheen now, he's gonna have to go for like raping Corey Haim, to where Kane fucked up, did some dumb shit as a juvenile just 2 years ago, when now he's about to suffer all these consequences.
Man, that documentary fucked you up bad.
It did, man. I like Corey Haim. He was one
See,
of my
Mayday
heroes.
seen the advertisement for that. He closed his eyes. Dude, there's really not that much to talk about. Like out in the news, everything has been infected with the virus. From the NBA, watching the NBA games, that was very odd.
You
So let
mean
me
not
ask
watching
this,
the
because
NBA
I don't watch the NBA.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, just because I'm still here and I want to be a part of this goddamn show.
Well, ask your question,
Fucking
Allie.
right.
All right, did they say that the NBA could continue on without an audience, and that's what canceled it, or they just straight canceled the NBA? Because I heard they was going to do with no crowd.
They were going to do that. But then one of the
What
players
came
got...
first?
Okay, they first were going to do that, and then when they tried playing, one of the players had fucking got the illness, so then they just canceled everything.
Canceled.
Because they were scared that, like, anybody could be infected, from the referees to anybody that's in there and shit like that. So all the players could get it.
Put it this way. We had huge decisions that need to be, when I say we, people way more money and move decimals around more than I do. People had to make decisions. Even us on a little level, you had to decide whether you're going to fall into the hype and run and buy toilet paper, or if you're going to be rational and buy food.
Yeah, why? What's the thing with toilet paper?
I don't know.
I
It
think
was
they
a
think they're gonna be
self-fulfilling
quar-
prophecy.
They're going to think they're going to be quarantined, and
Dude,
I think in
I
some
am
country
nuts.
they ran
I
out
am
of
to the
toilet paper,
point
so it
where I
created
believe this is all
frenzy.
a fucking TV show. That we're all just pawns and extras in this charade that they call society. I think society is entertainment for whoever, I don't know. It just, everything seems so fucking weird and so kind of predictable. It seems weird because it's not weird. Like, how do I explain it? Like, all right,
You're part of the Truman Show?
we all are.
the Tolman Show.
We all are.
Because I work with a bunch of conspiracists and older people at work, and they say, man, if you don't remember the last election, there was Ebola. Now we have Corona.
But dude, you remember Ebola though? It was nowhere near this what they're doing. Like
see, I
the
think
measures
that's-
they're taking.
You remember
But I don't
last
remember
week,
none of this
going
kinda
back,
shit.
going
It
back,
wasn't.
going back 2 weeks ago, when I said, "Man, it's weird that they canceled South by Southwest." And the first news
And
I saw,
Coachella.
the first news I saw about it was the fact that Amazon and Facebook pulled funding from it, and then a day later,
Is that you or me?
Is that you or me? Okay, Amazon, they pulled funding. Okay, he can't open
Let's
a
just
beer. Give
end
me a
now.
break. Come on, Zartan, quit
Yeah,
being
yeah.
like that. We're going to
No,
go a
I'm
little
not.
after 10. It's not a big
No,
deal.
y'all exhausted. I'm sitting here and
How are
everybody's
we
falling
exhausted?
asleep
What are you
around me. I'm
talking
telling
about?
you, Mayday's exhausted. You were exhausted. You yawned twice.
I
Mayday
did not
yawned
yawn
once.
at all. Are you
Mayday-
fucking joking or
I'm-
serious?
I'm
That
being
wasn't
serious.
a yawn, you
I'm
fucking
watching
idiot.
it.
I didn't do it. I was scratching the back of my fucking neck.
I'm serious curious.
Are you stupid?
Amazon and
Like,
Facebook.
who's sleeping? We're listening. I was actually fucking paying attention. You were talking about the fucking people who pulled out of
This
the
is
festival.
my favorite part of the show.
We heard it. What do you fucking know? Because I'm tired of getting accused of shit that didn't fucking happen.
Amazon and Facebook got paid or pull funding?
They pulled their funding, so they pulled their sponsorship, so then the fucking
So they took
festival had
they
to
took
cancel.
their money out.
Yeah.
Of what?
Of the festival. They were sponsoring South by Southwest. What are you fucking asking?
Dude, Billie Eilish took her shirt off, exposed her bra on a video behind her at a live show, and the crowd went absolutely nuts.
I guess so,
Because she's
dude.
got some big old titties.
She was saying like this.
I got quiet.
She was saying like this poem, or maybe it was lyrics to a song, but it was about body shaming and stuff like that. But nobody could hear it because the minute that she like started to raise her shirt off, the crowd went and they were yelling and screaming. The article made it out to be like she did this great thing and said these meaningful lyrics about body shaming that nobody heard because the people were just screaming and screaming. They weren't listening to her. All they knew is that they were about to see the thing that Billy wasn't showing them. They
Well,
were
thank
they're
goodness
there.
she's been a kid all this
They're
time.
gonna see the revealing of the body, which it cut off right like at the top. You just seen the bra
Yeah, you
straps.
didn't get to see the tits.
So my point though was that they're trying to make this like she did some. This is Zion gifting the shoes.
Oh, here we go again.
No, I'm just saying that's what it is to me. Now today, Zion says, thanks to the coronavirus and the games being canceled, I'm gonna pay for the staff at the Smoothie King Centers.
That
a
seemed
month of
genuine as
pay.
fuck to me.
Yes, that to me is real shit. That's why I get mad when they do phony shit like the shoes.
Because he would have done this anyway, so
This
he already would have
This is
done
real
the
shit.
shoes?
What? That was the last show.
God damn it.
Yeah. Coming to the movies, I don't think anything's coming to the movies. Honestly, I don't think. I don't know. I think premieres have been moved around. At this point, what is and is not canceled and open now and going to be open tomorrow, who knows? So it's worthless going through
I want
what's
to go
coming
back
at the
to where you
movies.
think we're in a movie, and you stopped.
It just all seems so fake to me. Like, dude, of all the famous people, right? I just seen an article. Oh, man, what was it? It was a YouTube video. I'm trying to remember it now. But they did a fake. It was somebody from The Hobbit or something. I don't know. They made a fake news story, and they just used a kind of mid-grade actor. And they're like, why did you pick him? And they were like, oh, we picked him because we needed a big enough name to where some people would care, but small enough to make it believable. And that's what helped them get their lie across. Well, the next thing you know, they used Tom Hanks.
Yeah, and of course they're gonna say, "Oh, well, he recovered perfectly."
And I was like, whoa, wait, what the fuck? It's Tom Hanks and his wife? And he becomes like the movie celebrity victim of something they're trying to convince that is spreading around so much. It seemed
Right?
very convenient. Of all the famous, happened to
know,
be
that is weird.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's super weird.
So
Why'd they
this,
take-
this is the thing I don't
And then the NBA game, Rudy Gobert was 2 days before. Rudy Gobert was doing an interview and they asked him about it. Rudy Gobert is a middle grade NBA player. All right? He's not a superstar. He's not. They're asking him questions about the virus. Dude, after the interview, he stands up and he like touches all the microphones and like goofs off about it. Like, ooh.
Also, may I mention that
And he
he's
was
a French player. He's from France, so he's not American.
And he was downplaying the virus. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I think we might be overreacting. And he was kind of downplaying it in the interview and then joked around after. If nothing else would have happened, you would have never even known he did that. But the fact that he gets to be named, it was almost like they needed an example. Somebody made fun of this and downplayed it. And now here we go. First player.
Can I say one thing
Really?
too? I just saw something a second ago when I was peeing that one of the fans that he signed their autograph, they have it. I just saw that. Breaking news. So now they're saying, look how easy it transmitted. He just signed an autograph, and now this kid has it.
But they can't guarantee that's when it happened. It's like when you get sick and you're like, who did this? And we were like, well, we started thinking of suspects.
Yeah.
You don't never really actually know which one. And the fact that they're trying to take people and go, oh, Rudy, where did he get it? What if he got it from the fan?
got it from
It's
Tom
like,
Hanks.
Right. And it's like, but I really think they're trying to use him as an example and demonize him.
Yes.
To say that, look, this
He
is what
should've taken
happens
it
when you
seriously.
don't take this serious or you make fun of it.
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks is the poster child of it. He's the Mr. fucking Rogers
Right,
of it.
everybody loves
Look at
Tom
him and
Hanks,
his
like,
wife
oh,
went and
Tom
sat
Hanks.
alone in this room and they were in quarantine. And,
Dude, the Prime Minister of Canada's wife has it too.
But I don't know. I don't even know.
Do you
I
think
know.
that's
I
planned?
But this is what-
I don't
this-
know.
This is what I want to say. I'm probably the stupidest person in this room right now.
Okay.
As far as like talking.
Fair enough.
What, we got some
Cancel
people.
the damn show.
Ah.
No, so like all these entertainment things, of course, you know, all these people coming together, they don't want to spread the risk of the coronavirus, this and that. How the fuck are grocery stores still open?
Well, that's the
And that's
weirdest
like
thing.
that's everybody
'Cause
in
look
the
how
fucking
crowded
line.
they are too.
So
So
you
is
said-
that
Super crowded.
You
dangerous?
said something earlier. I work on boats. We don't want to mess with anything that's from China.
I said that?
You did. I mean, and I started thinking about it. It's true. Like building up to this, you had unrest in China. You had a trade war with China. And now we don't want to fuck with Chinese items.
And
our
everything's made
whole
in China,
government
but-
is shutting down.
Right.
Damn, I said that?
Yeah.
All right, but everything's made in China.
Right.
And I mean,
I don't know. I don't think that is as true as you think it is. A lot of shit is made in China.
Yeah,
a lot.
of components are
But
made in
not
China.
everything. When they hit Fukushima in Japan, a lot of parts
Fukushima?
and yeah.
well, I just think
whatever.
it's crazy that they know exactly where this shit started from.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I thought
They
said
claim it was a
somewhere in
seafood
China.
market, and then somebody ate a bat or a snake.
Yeah, the fact that they're saying, dude, look, it is
Somebody
crazy.
said Mandarin
it depends
house.
on what you want to.
Oh.
It depends on what you want to believe. Like what you want to believe, you can go online right now and probably find something that will.
Oh yeah, I found like
verify
1,000
that.
different
You got it,
stories
you
too.
got it.
And then also there's also so many different contradicting things of how you get it. So many contradicting things about how long it stays on surfaces, how it's transmitted.
How long
So
you
many
can have it
different death
before it-
and life statistics. Everybody's got a different percentage. It's like there's no real fucking information anywhere on this.
None.
There's
but yet,
nothing fucking.
we
yeah.
do know that nobody's doing anything. Everybody's slow as fuck.
Can I say something else that I know? I don't know anybody that has it. I have at least 4,000 friends on Facebook. Nobody has it.
But what do you have?
The
You have
virus,
fever
Sartome.
and like an upper respiratory infection. It's like getting to be.
It's the
fucking
allergy season.
allergy
A lot of people
season.
are coughing in season. Dude, they bleached the whole elevator in my building today because somebody coughed in there. I
I
swear
want to
to
say
God.
this too about the boats, and I hope I don't get in trouble for
Boats
this.
and
Everybody's
hoes.
listening.
Boats and hoes.
So we're not allowed to have bleach on our vessels. We can't have bleach on the boat because of sanitary reasons. But they gave us this shit that's medical grade to fight this virus, and it's way worse than bleach. To where like you have to read like a PPE means proper protective.
Jesus.
I don't know what it's
You are-
called.
Okay,
Personal
you can
protective
just-
equipment.
Might want to
Thank
quit
you.
while you're ahead.
Thank you.
no,
Thank
man,
you. I'm
he's had a
drunk,
couple.
man. But it's like you can't have bleach on the boat. But we read all the shit that with this shit that they gave us. So if it touches your skin, it's gonna burn. You can't flush it. You gotta wear gloves, a hazmat suit, fucking mask, all this. And I'm like, dude, just give us some goddamn bleach.
You're gonna have to
Okay.
take that up with your superior. I guess that didn't happen. I'm
Okay,
seeing things.
that did happen. It wasn't my fault.
It happened earlier.
Oh, dude,
anyway,
if you don't suck my dick right now.
I like that, huh?
I
Go
don't
get
know.
the
It was
Crisco.
kind of funny. All right, sorry.
You're gonna be calling him Brawla Ham, Brawla Ham, or whatever his name is.
Crisco.
Anyway, I don't even know
So
what
you
we're
blame the
doing.
media more than the sickness?
What's
Is
that?
that the bottom line?
No,
What you're trying to
I
get
think
to?
the bottom line is I don't know shit, and I'm not gonna sit around pretending like I do. All I know is shit's been weird. It's been weird for fucking probably 2 weeks now. It was almost like you could tell something was happening.
And I went to when I went
don't
to
believe
Rouse's-
that we ever get told the truth, and that may be because the truth we can't handle. Like people are already panicking, or it could be that the whole thing's bullshit.
Mayday's raising his hand.
What's that?
If there is a vaccine, will you get one?
It's
No,
a
I
question
don't
on
need
if it's
one.
mandatory or not.
I will
That's the
say-
I'm scared they're gonna have a mandatory one.
This is what I'm gonna say too, because you say that, but I get my news from Facebook, dude. I'm pretty much like a MTV 16 pregnant female.
The fuck are we talking about? Okay.
No, but listen, with all the shit that's going on and the way that people are handling it, at least like the government, president, blah 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 blah, it's like they're hiding something.
What if we're getting bought and the new owners don't want all the old people and terminally ill children?
What I'm saying is, it seems like they're preparing for something that they don't want to tell us completely. So they're like, all right, man, something's happening. Wash your hands, wash your face, don't make contact. But there's something way deeper going on that they're kind of like building us up to.
I started thinking, what if it's to like make people afraid of each other? Which, I mean, they already kind of were doing that, but like divide us further. Now you don't even touch anybody. There's no contact. You're scared of everybody that you see. You think everybody's gonna give you something horrible to kill you. And so that's another thing where you every man for himself, and you just really fuck up people's psyche to where there's no community and there's no like fellowship.
I talked about that at work today. I was like, man, you remember after 9/11, every Muslim was a potential enemy?
Yeah.
Like you felt that way, whether you wanted to or not. I don't think that's called racism. That's you've been fed a heavy dose of propaganda and you're dealing with it the best you can in day-to-day life. Well, now everybody is like that. Everybody's a potential infected person. Every time you touch your phone, every time you go, dude, I read what's the number one places you're not supposed to be going and touching? The gas pump. It's like, and I'm touching the gas pump today, and I'm like, I got to go get these fucking towelettes to wipe my hands with after. And then, well, maybe I'll go in the store first because I'm going to touch stuff in there. And I'm like, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, this is nuts. I'm like, I'm fucking going crazy. I just need to pump some fucking gas, and now I gotta figure out this whole routine.
Dude, I was so pissed. My
if
credit
you go to the
card-
bathroom, let me give me 5 fucking minutes. Yeah, maybe 3. If you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands and you do this whole 20-second thing and all that, how many people don't touch the fucking knob that you touch to turn it on to turn it off?
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to take the towel that you
Paper.
dry.
You understand though this fucking thing that you're going through.
We always did that. You don't ever touch that after you wash your hands.
But this is why I
Or
want
That's
to
do
say,
it
fucking
why,
so ridiculous.
It's
Why
not
aren't
ridiculous.
these
You're trying to not
places-
spread germs around.
Oh,
Don't
that's
fuck.
fucking nuts to live like that.
Why aren't these
impossible.
places being
It's not
closed?
One thing I need
impossible.
to
That's
say
how
on
we
this.
don't get sick.
Oh,
No.
it's
There's one
nuts.
thing I got to say is that I've always, ever since I worked at EJ, I've always done that. Like I'm super weird, dude. About
I
like,
sanitize.
touching-
Every time I touch
That's
somebody's
the- this is the
computer at
thing.
work, I sanitize.
From being the stupidest dude in this room, why aren't these places being closed first?
Which places?
Gas stations, grocery stores, as opposed to.
Because
you
then nobody
need
could do
food.
anything.
and gas.
And
Dude,
there's
you got Amazon. You got fucking
No,
Walmart could
Amazon's
deliver it
out.
to you.
Amazon's out. You can't even order certain shit on Amazon. 'Cause they say
Walmart
it's
will bring
out
it
of
to your
stock.
house. You got fucking
All them shits are
Grubhub.
running out of shit. All them shits are running out of everything.
All I know
What I
is
don't get is
I
like, why
don't
do
know what
these-
the world's gonna be like in a month. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I am totally like I cannot. Usually I got a pretty good gauge of where things might go or lead. Dude, right now it is the weirdest feeling I've had in so long.
Me
Like
too. Since Katrina. Since
that, I'm like, man,
This has
what,
got you
what
messed
is
up?
what
Oh,
is the
yeah.
world gonna look like, and what is life gonna be like after this month?
Shit's
Like
gonna
a
fucking
major reset button has been hit. A major, like when they institute and make a void, something gonna fill that void.
Well, let me say this, and I don't know if you know about this. I just found out about this.
No, we don't know.
You're not getting taxes taken out of your checks anymore
What? What does that mean? Anymore?
until this is over because of
and
the
what's
Then
economy.
that
just
gonna
take it
do?
after. Then they'll just take it after.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, dude.
Like
they
they're
don't
gonna
ever
make
give
they're
you
gonna make
anything.
up for it.
Yeah, they don't ever give
what do
you
you
any.
think?
Don't ever expect anything.
What do you think? We're gonna shut the economy down for a month and
The
they're gonna give
economy's
away a
already
bunch
shut.
of free shit?
Right
Like,
now.
From what I understand, the economy's already shut down.
but yeah, it's been going backwards, and
Yeah.
it didn't even start yet. Like that's my
so
thing.
To
You're
make
gonna
up
have to
for
go
it,
through a month.
they're not gonna tax you on your paychecks.
What paychecks?
He's talking about
paychecks we all
payroll
get.
tax.
Why would we continue
Yeah.
to get paychecks when we did no work for a month?
Man, I've been working this whole last week.
You're gonna be one of the few people. Like you realize that things are gonna shut down for a month. So they're not taxing your payrolls. A lot of people ain't gonna have checks.
Well,
And then-
the one thing I did hear was I thought it was the rest of the year. I
heard rest of the year.
Yeah,
Even
same
if it's
here.
the rest of your life, if you're not getting a check.
Well, yeah, I get it, but
Like, what is that going to do? People going to have more money to buy what? More fucking toilet paper? These
Oh, yeah.
fuckers got enough toilet paper.
And hopefully America follows. And I just read today too, Italy is going to allow you to not have to worry about your mortgage for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I saw that.
So wait,
Italy-
everybody, so we kill off some terminally ill children and some old people, and now we get all this free shit?
No, they're just trying to protect the ones that where the economy is taking a hit. They're trying to help the people who are not going to be able to afford stuff. Like, this is a big thing. Like, people
Yeah,
can't
'cause
work. Like,
I follow a lot of bands as well, which is small, I guess, compared to like real jobs. Every tour has gotten canceled, this and that. And so many, this is their only job.
well, yeah, and these career musicians that play
Right.
like covers and stuff and play on boats.
All right, so
and
what's
play,
your point?
All this shit's like a lot of people are going to
I'm
be
trying to
without
add to your
money, so people
conversation.
can't pay their bills because they're not fucking making money, and it's due to this virus. So there's some kind of way that the government is trying to like help people to not fucking like lose
Where does
their
the
life.
government get the money from?
They're just gonna fucking take it out of your taxes later, is what I'm saying.
So this is going to be like a
They're
big
gonna
old
get
hit?
it back. It's a loan.
I never heard it was a loan.
It's that. Why wouldn't it be? Have they ever fucking? Did they? You think they didn't take that money back from
They
all
was
the
just
people they
gonna
gave
just not
Katrina? A lot of
take
people
it.
had to pay that shit back, and they didn't even know they were gonna have to.
Katrina only really affected
They don't
us.
give
This
you
is
nothing,
contracting
dog.
the whole world.
I understand that. I'm just saying how the shit works.
I don't know what the hell y'all talk about.
I don't either anymore.
All I do know is there's no such thing as free shit.
So why you feel
None.
super
Ever.
weird? I mean, you're
You don't
old as
feel-
hell.
'Cause
And this
I'm-
is the first time you felt weird.
Yes. Oh yeah, dude. 9/11 happened. That's I'm gonna say that's the
Well,
major
9/11
moment that I lived through. I didn't
9/11
have Vietnam. I didn't have World War II. I had 9/11. Right.
I had
when
9/11 as well.
When that happened, the next day, when the stock market kind of did take a hit, and George Bush came out there and go, "Hey, look, do not stay in your homes. You get out there. You go shopping. You buy things. Take a vacation. Do not be afraid. Continue to spend money." And that's what made work happen. Like, I bet you more money. 9/11 probably made fucking money.
Well, duh, it was
So
an inside job for that
That
purpose.
is why it did not. That the country kept going. It bounced back
Right.
So
pretty
what's the
quickly.
difference between
This
this
whole
right
country
now
is based. I'm telling you that the whole country is based on the economy. All of our lives is based on economy and money, and that's not just in America. That's every country around the fucking world.
All right, it might
Right.
be dumb, but what's
So
the difference
what-
between this
this
right now
is
and,
different
and
because-
banks getting bailouts? Do you remember all that?
Right. So this is different because it's a month of not doing that. We're not going to do for a month the thing that makes this country great, the thing that makes this country, other people from around the world want to be like this country. For a month, we're taking away all of our distractions. So is this going to be a month long of political jockeying by a two-fucking party system? I watched a TED Talk last night before all this officially shut down. I watched a TED Talk, and the scientist lady's giving us all great information on this. And then she goes to the solution. It was because of global warming that we're having the coronavirus. And I'm like, man, you don't, like, this is my problem with that. That may be it, but in one day you didn't do enough fucking research to know that that's what happened. You just, everybody's using this strategy for political gain, for political jockeying, and to separate everybody. Like, if we let that happen and we let everybody be divided and think that each one of us is all the enemy and panic and do dumb shit like run out and buy toilet paper because you saw a fucking meme.
I don't get the toilet paper. But
Like,
can I
dude,
say this?
it's just artificial fucking,
well,
it's
let me say-
self-fulfilling prophecies. You just,
Prophecy.
yeah, you just cause a problem by telling people there's that problem. And
Right,
next thing
that's
you
what
know,
I
there's
think.
that problem.
Right.
It's like those things I always bitch about that get popular when they're like, everybody's talking about the new Zaza song. Nobody was talking about it that I knew of until you put this article out. Now everybody's
I still
talking
Right, well,
about
never
it.
they
heard
gotta falsely say that everybody's
But
doing
let me say
something,
this
yeah.
real quick too, just because I want to be part of the conversation. In 2020, do you really think this is what's dividing everybody?
I think it's dividing us a lot further. We already were being
No,
divided.
I mean in the sense of, all right, he said this is what's taking away everybody's distraction. My distraction, Netflix at home, video games at home. I could jam online at home without people being there in person.
Man, the local
All
scene's
the-
dead. Brawla don't go to nobody's shows,
Yeah.
man.
Well, I
He
got
just
a
sits
kid.
around at home.
What
He
I'm
don't
saying
care
is
if
like
something's canceled.
technology, the way everything is already including everybody to to have all the distractions, entertainment they want without even leaving their goddamn home.
We're talking about community distractions, though. But
No,
another
but
thing
he
is
said-
we
he
can't
said
sit home and watch
distraction.
basketball, though. We can't sit home and watch basketball because that's gone.
Because basketball is held in an arena with people there that you can enjoy at your house without no crowd being there.
Not
That's
when
why-
it fucking gets canceled.
Well, no, but that's what they was trying to play without people there. They can
I
still
know that,
they can still
but I'm
play
saying
one
that
on they
now
can
they
still
can't do
play team
anything.
on team without you even being there.
I
That's
know.
the future we're leading into, to where they could play against each other and you could have a virtual reality and feel like you're there, or watch it on your TV and not even be there and spend the same damn price. To where he's saying that this world, he feels weird for the first time, that he feels secluded from the rest of the world and he's feeling distracted because of a coronavirus, when in 2020 and the technology that the world's facing, and this is what he feels for the first time is secluding him from everybody. But when with Netflix, Hulu, all this shit, technology is already doing that, not a virus. Does that make sense?
No.
How does that not make
We
sense?
still go out as much as we did before. You still go and see
but
things.
you're like 1 or 2 years away from being able to go to fucking Babylon
Dude,
with
they
a
got people
headset
at
on.
Babylon that are like 60.
Dude, we're not talking about Matthew
We're not
David.
getting that old.
I don't think those things are replacements.
But
for
you
what
say
you're
this is
saying.
the
No,
first.
people always
This is the
sat
first
home and
time you
watched
felt
TV or
secluded.
read books.
One yelling at a time.
I'm sorry. This is the first time you felt secluded from the rest of the world when technology is making its way to where you don't even have to leave the house.
But we have a choice to leave the house. Technology's not making us stay
you
home.
can
Like,
still
it's-
leave
I think
now.
it's great that y'all arguing about that. I don't know what y'all arguing about for one, and I never said I feel excluded from the rest
You
of the
said
world.
that.
No.
You said
he
you felt
said people
excluded
are
from your
being,
distractions.
like,
Wait, what? One at a time. I can't. Man, I'm sorry. Y'all both talking at the same
you
time. I
said
don't know.
you feel excluded from your daily distractions.
Excluded from my daily distractions.
That's what you said.
I don't even know
No,
what
he
that means.
said that they took away all of our distractions, and he
Yeah.
also said that people are being separated from each other, and it's true.
Right. You said both of those things.
Yeah, they took away all the distraction, meaning that if you go, no matter what you go to do, you're getting the official coronavirus propaganda. The guys on ESPN, man, it's so weird. You can learn. I think people get a lot into sports later on in their later life. It's because sports gives you the same kind of thing that the real world gives you, but yet it's kind of meaningless. So you can dive into something, you can analyze it, you can strategize it, but you're not sitting around thinking about strategies like war and fucking economy and interest rates. It's just a way of exercising that part of your brain that doesn't have the gravity or the weight that the other thing, real life, does.
Right.
So when you get these distractions, the guys on the radio were laughing like, what is ESPN going to have us do for a month? Like after they announced a couple of days of this is canceled, this is canceled, this is canceled, what are they going to do for the rest of the month? And the answer is they're going to sit there and give the official reading of this new information. So
Was it
every
saying, like-
channel, there's no, so you can get on non-live stuff and watch Netflix constantly, but something's going on. As much as I don't like going to Mardi Gras, I got to turn it on TV just to make sure it's happening. So that's, I think, how life's going to be. And people get addicted to this shit.
There's
Like an
not-
OJ trial. Motherfuckers watch that fucking OJ trial. This is like the biggest major societal event. And everybody's going to be at home hiding in their house watching the official version of it play out on TV and YouTube.
Or you could just live your life.
Live your life doing what, bro?
What we doing
Everything's
now?
getting shut down. All the
I
festivals.
could have not
festival
came
you're
here.
supposed to play is
I
fucking
coulda-
gone.
I could have not
Yeah.
came here because of the virus, man. But
No,
this
we're
is my
just
only
saying
night
though,
out.
like, dude,
No,
they're
hey,
taking
hey.
away like all the stuff we
For
want to
the
do
next-
is getting canceled.
For the next month, Brawler's going to come and doing impersonations.
What if the wrestling thing gets canceled? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Wildcat's supposed to be coming up this Saturday
They
at
got
Butch Dewey Gym
WrestleMania.
at 7
I
o'clock,
wanna
March
watch.
21st. And I don't know who's going to be there. I have a feeling all the local guys will be there, but they made an announcement like, hey, we still want to have this show, but we don't know if the out-of-town guys are going to be able to get here or want to. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
But I have a feeling they'll still put on a
Is
great
Stevie
show.
Richards
As
from
of
out
right
town?
now.
I'm gonna be kind of surprised if they let it happen.
Besides the NBA season getting canceled, my next entertainment disappointment was Cyrus the Destroyer was supposed to be coming back. I don't know if he's going to make it. The crazy thing, he was in Japan. I don't know. Is this thing going big in Japan?
He done.
Did it make it to Japan yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, check
That's
your
another-
travel documents.
What?
You gotta check your travel document.
He's fading fast,
Oh,
man.
man, all right. Getting late.
Oh man. Well, dude, you survived Mayday. Mayday's got an exciting week. You'll be at Southport Hall. Southport
Southport Hall.
Potentially, if it's not canceled.
Yeah, it may be canceled, but thank you guys for thank you, Brawler, for coming on a special Not Real Radio Friday the
Horror
13th.
movie.
I thought so too.
Wait,
when it
I didn't get to say, oh!
I thought you weren't doing that no more.
Last episode.
I guess I can't finish mine.
Nobody can tonight.
What y'all doing?
Yeah! All right, so this week's Out with Allie. I want to let everybody know that on Tuesday, March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, if Zartome let me go, or if it's not quarantined or whatever, the Dude Ranch is playing at Southport Hall. Southport Hall. It's the Blink 182 experience and St. Patty's party.
That's what you got to work?
Support Babu Lynn. No, this is Tuesday. Pay attention. I'm looking really forward if I can possibly go. And these dudes even kind of look similar to them. It's very strange. Like, I think this is going to be good. I used to like Blink 182. And then, obviously, we're going to go to Wildcat Sports and Entertainment Wrestling, Saturday, March 21st at the Butch Dewey Gym, 1930 10th Street, Kenner, Louisiana, 70062. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time, 7 p.m. Kids $12, adults $12. Wildcat Sports. Tickets and more at wildcatwrestling.com. I'm really excited.
Mayday, you were saying.
Oh, thank y'all for coming here on Friday the 13th. I did kind of enjoy it, and of anybody I would want to have on a Friday the 13th special Not Real Radio presentation, it would be Horror Movie himself, Brawler, over there. So big thanks to that, Brawler. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man, we
had a good
got.
time.
You keep going above and beyond, man. We had impersonations.
Yep.
We
He
had
brought us a bunch of food.
So we'll survive.
Drank a bunch of food.
We didn't even talk about horror movies. We just talk about the horror that's going on in America that I want to talk about right now.
It's the scariest one.
And besides coronavirus, man, we need to get Charlie Sheen arrested.
All right, you heard it. Do Brawler a favor. Write a letter to. Who would you write a letter to for that?
He's in Hollywood, man. You can't do nothing, bro. You
Oh,
probably got a
right.
better cure for coronavirus,
right.
which is the Lyme disease.
Dude, it Mayday, if your show gets canceled, we do 2 episodes this weekend. We might have to do a special report.
Ooh,
That would
God,
be
could
kinda
you
funny.
imagine? Could you imagine? Hey, you know what? I'm
I mean,
down.
dude, that's 2 days away. You know how much shit's gonna happen in 2 days.
Hey, you know what? I'll say it right now. If Southport gets canceled, I'll come and do another show, and we can have a special follow-up fucking Not Real Radio.
I'll tell you what.
Is this 213 or 214?
Wait, what? This is 213.
Would that, if we did the Sunday one, would that be 214?
No, can you do decimal points in the name?
Well, 13,
Not 5,
14.
213 and a half.
Yeah, special report.
Hey, no. We'll do it Friday the 13th, part 2.
Whoa.
Can I come back?
We'll do it. Maybe we'll do an Alex Jones show.
Ooh.
Damn, you didn't even bring him up. He got in trouble for fucking selling fake cures.
What?
I thought he got in trouble.
No, he got a DWI, but
driving,
then
but
he,
he wasn't drunk.
wasn't drunk.
No, but he's trying to sell fake cures for the coronavirus.
Oh.
Yeah,
The guy that does the fake news or whatever.
We'll follow that up on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, we'll find
I would
out.
like to hear-
part
See if
2.
does the colloidal silver cure
I would like to hear
corona.
a Not Real Radio where both of y'all have a testimony of how this virus affected y'all.
Really? All right. Well, we got till Sunday.
Yeah. I may be
Don't
actually really
arouse us.
I already told you I'm mentally disturbed. Not in the Kane type way, but still mentally disturbed.
Well, yeah, because it just feels like you don't know what's to come. We don't know how long this is going to last. We
annoying,
don't know
man.
how long things are going to be closed, how long jobs
And
are going to be
that's
closed.
one thing I was going to say, too. I don't know how much I'll pay for the extra minutes.
Hurry up.
So living on the West Bank, man, I lived, like you were saying, I was alive during 9/11. I was alive during Ebola. I was alive during the Y2K.
You're starting to sound
For some
old.
reason, West Wega does not get affected by none of that shit. Everything
steady
is just
chilling.
goes on. Like, I never seen nobody with a virus. I didn't see nobody with their internet out. I didn't see nobody get bombed by Iran. It just seems everybody's just cool going. We're just going to continue to barbecue, drink.
Yeah, dude, my grandma's like, I'm going to the goddamn bingo. Mom's like, no, dude, you can't go to the fucking
That's
bingo.
why I
with
think it's
this
weird when I
virus.
see Louisiana like even partake the nonsense like this because it doesn't affect us.
Well, it does now.
I don't. I will tell you, I don't get why toilet paper, unless I didn't read that coronavirus gives you diarrhea. If anything, I would think you'd be like hand sanitizer, soap, which...
I think the toilet paper was a test on how hard it's going to be to actually control these fucking zombies. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard, man.
That's saying the
They
Walking
had
Dead
people
would be
going there
worse.
filling up their shopping carts and only buying toilet paper. Like, they did not think maybe
No,
if
I
I'm
saw
not going to be able to
somebody the
get
other
toilet
day.
paper, I'm not going to be able to get fucking food.
No,
What
they-
are you going to be shitting out? You're not going to be eating.
They said like nowadays, like the billionaire, which is a new
big
term. The new term I learned because I have two.
The
kids.
billionaire got
Term I
pneumonia.
learned.
So when you flex on somebody, means showing off. That's the new term. So to really flex on somebody is to TP their house right now.
Oh.
If you got that much toilet paper that you could waste it
You
throwing at their
flaunting that
house,
shit.
right?
Yeah. Dude, what's his name?
Some of
Bobby
y'all
from
gonna be
Bag of
going around
Donuts.
to
That
TV
thing he's got that
houses,
shoots
rolling out and
the
bringing it home to use.
Hey, if you
that
want
shoots the toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper rocket.
If
can.
you want to rock the
Look
TikTok,
like pimp right now.
if you want to rock the TikTok, you got to film yourself TPing somebody's house to a Nelly song.
All right, you heard Brawla. Dude, check out Brawla. Raise the death toll. You may or may not be able to see him at Buku Fest if
Man, that
if
shit's
life ever
canceled.
returns to normalcy. I also wanted to talk about if we have another show Sunday. If not, we'll have to do
Well,
it
today's
next week. I
Friday.
wanted to announce the Zombies Eating Sheep show coming up April 10th, which may
Nice.
or may not happen. I hear that we can have a crowd up to 240 people, so
Really?
maybe we're gonna have to do pre-sale tickets or something. I'm not
Alright.
sure. But we got
250,
an
you
announcement
gotta-
with that,
you
or
gotta
with
call
all the
it.
people who are involved to help us bring you
Nice.
kind of Zombies Eating Sheep in its entirety, everything that we've ever done, and kind of you've seen before. We're gonna try to do it all in one show. We got a lot of special, great guests that are gonna be performing with us. People from Zombies past and present and future. So I think that's gonna be awesome. So we'll talk about that more in the weeks to come.
Yeah, it's called Back from the Dead. And maybe we will be.
Till next week or Sunday. Keep it not real.